And hopefully, guess what? It's Tuesday night, and while you might not think that there's a crisis fight, there kind of is, because it's Shatterpoint, take flight on our new ship. Maybe you've seen it before. It's pretty dope. Look at this bad boy.
We're on a ship.
We're on a ship.
We're streaming to you straight from this ship.
From this ship. I mean, look at this. It's so real. I don't want to set the doors off. They get really loud.
Well, if you get too close to open automatically, we don't want to deal with that.
And we only have like literally 3 plugs in the studio, so like setting those doors off would actually be kind of a huge issue.
Like, turn the lights off. Let's go. Hi, Cliff Jumper.
Hey, Cliff Jumper. All right, so Shatterpoint comes out this week, like in just a couple days.
Like 3 days?
I know a lot of you have already pre-ordered it from beardeddragongames.online and got your 15% off by using that code PCN Shatterpoint. Maybe you've got that extra Ahsoka or the super dope Shatterpoint card, but it should be pretty dopers magopers. But this will be a very fantastic night because this will be Dan's first time playing the game.
I finally get to play.
He assembled two B1 battle droids on a single base.
I did 2 of them and then I said, I'm out. I gotta go home to bed. It was late.
I hear my mom calling. I gotta go, guys.
I said, here you go, Lindsay.
Ooh.
All right. I kind of deserve that one, yeah. I gotta build my own when I get my set, though.
That's true. So maybe you haven't played it yet. Maybe you don't have it in hands. Maybe you didn't go to one of your LGSs and got a demo with the store copies that AMG sent out, and you are looking to learn how to play. Well, Dan has literally never touched more than 2 B1 battle droids at the same time, and that won't change tonight because they're not even here.
No droids at all.
But as always, just a huge shout out to Frontline Gaming, a sponsor of our network and a sponsor of all things gaming goodness. So if you are looking for terrain, mats, or minis at discounted prices, or you're heading to a big event like the Atlantic City Open, which is happening next month, weekend of June 17th, we'll be there covering all the action. So make sure to check out right here, and then all the videos will go to the YouTube as well, and use our link to help support the network and help support MCP and everything that the Professional Casual Network does. Thank you so much, folks. But let's get right into it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm excited.
Learning games can go a little bit longer, but we're going to try to blow right through this. So,
luckily, we're not both learning. I mean, you're still picking up some things,
correct,
but you've played, what, 4 or 5 times at least?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I've watched a bunch of games.
I think I've done at least 4 or 5 bat reps alone. So,
yeah,
I think. I don't know.
Lost count.
Yeah, listen, it all feeds together. But yeah, let's get right into it. So effectively what we have here is we've taken 2 squads each, making a strike team.
I can't remember which is squad and which is strike team. You put 2 of them together and you got the other one.
I believe it's strike. I think
it's 2 strike teams make a squad.
It's the other. I'm 90%.
2 squads make a strike team.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Because it's a team of squads. But Dan, did you? Yeah.
No, I built Ahsoka first. I asked them to save Ahsoka for me when we were building our copy of it.
I even lied to him and was like, I already assembled her.
He was real sad for a minute.
Oh man. He's like, wait, Tim doesn't assemble things.
Slowly kicked the rock.
But yeah, so the first thing that we do is we pick 2 squads that's going to make a
Cliff Jumper confirmed we got it right. 2 squads make a strike force.
A strike team.
Strike force? Strike team?
So let's actually go over to the board so you can see what I'm talking about here.
Fancy button, fancy transition. Yeah.
So
it's because we're on a ship now.
Right? So it's pretty bright on this ship. I think that'll just be how it do. But this is Lord Maul. And Lord Maul has a couple stats on his card, okay? So up here you have the character's SP. And what the SP does is it tells you how many command points of characters that you can bring on your particular squad.
Squad points. That's what you can remember.
And then you also have the amount of force the character has. So when you add both of your leaders together, both of your primaries, you will have a certain amount of force, and that will be how much your strike force has. In addition to that, he has a whole bunch of rules and stuff, very similar to MCP's style setup of character flow on there. We'll go through kind of what all those do. And then you have your secondaries and supporting units. So this is Gar Saxon. You see he is gaining no force for this particular party, and 4 points in cost. So that's our first 4, and then our second 4, making out Lord Maul's 8, is going to be the Mandalorian Super Commandos. They are also at 4 and adding no force to the party. In addition to that, we have Asajj Ventriss, also at 8 with 3 force. She is a primary. And like I said before, she is going to kind of dictate the rest of the points that you can have. So she is also at 8. So we are going to be bringing Bo-Katan, because we're going to be running all Mandos today.
Oops, all Mandos?
As well as the Clan Kryze Mandalorians. Also 4 cost with 0 force. Dan, what are you going to be running today?
So I'm going Oops All Clones. So I'm going with Ahsoka as my first primary because she's my favorite Star Wars character. She gives me 3 force and she has 8 squad points to spend like the others. And with that 8, she is bringing Clone Commander Cody as her secondary. Again, no force from him. And then the 2/12 clones backing up Cody. I like to imagine these are Waxer and Boyle, but they don't actually have names like that. They're also 4 points, of course, making up her 8. And then, because I wanted to take all clones, we've got her best friend, Anakin. See, he's got 4 force point, and he only can bring 7 squad points, because he's real good.
And he's got more force than a lot of people.
I think, what is it, him and Dooku are the only ones that are 4?
I believe so. Or that we've seen so far, because I think Grievous, which was just announced today, or shown his character card in one of the data downloads over at AMG, he is also 3 force.
Yes. And backing up Anakin is his main guy Rex here, taking up 4 points. And then he's backed up by the 501st Clone Troopers that are only 3 that make up the 7 with Anakin.
So when it's important to distinct here, kind of as we've done these in orders, each one of these was a primary unit, a secondary unit, and a support unit. All of that is listed at the bottom of their card. So if you're ever confused, it's right down at the very bottom of the profile.
Their real name, this you can't ever duplicate in a strike force. So like Anakin says Anakin Skywalker, like Darth Vader will say the same thing there. You'll be able to have them both. And then tells you secondary unit, and then how many characters are in that unit. So like Cody's just 1, but if you look at something like the 2/12, we see there are 2 little symbols there to show there are 2 characters in the unit. And you gotta be real careful when you're reading the rules that does it affect a unit or a character in the unit, because that can have a big difference.
It very much can, and all of the rules are actually pretty clear and straightforward, but as long as you take the time to read the entry for it, it'll almost always tell you if it's every model in the unit or whether it's just 1. If it's a character, it's just 1 in that unit, not all of them.
Something I like about AMG's rule philosophy in general is that they write it to be specific. So there's I find a lot less issues with the way the rules are written compared to a lot of other games out there where they try to not have it be so wordy, but it makes it more vague.
Correct. And so you'll see here at the bottom of the screen, we have our struggle tracker.
Yeah.
And effectively, this cube here in the center is going to be going back and forth. What that kind of designates is as characters are wounded, once they're taking their stamina and damage and becoming wounded, that could move back and forth, as well as how many objectives are being held each round. We've already set up the table as far as where the objectives are placed. The current mission is shifting priorities, as you can see right here. So we've kind of set up a grid, a 3x3 grid, and all of those points are out on the table. So one of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to roll for priority.
Was that
Mr.
5
Daniel,
attack dice?
It is, I believe, 5 attack dice.
I feel like Brian and roll 8.
Well, you're not a TO.
I'll do my roll first quick while you're flipping to that. So these are crits, right?
They
With
are.
The circle?
Yep.
So I got 2 crits, a hit, an expertise, and a failure. Everything I could get there, I think.
So I was just looking up. Oh yeah, so roll 5 dice. The player with the most critical results is the first player.
I got 2.
In case of a tie, the first player is the player with the most strike results. Then, if that is still tied, you go to the most expertise.
All right, so I got 2, 1, and 1.
Okay, so let's roll mine here. So that's just one crit, so that'll have Dan with priority.
This is a Tim France roll for you.
Oh, it sure is. 3 failures. These ones are failures. 1, 2, 3.
Because they're broken.
And expertise is the like little diamond symbol, and then a crit looks like a hit, but inversed in a little circle. All right, so that is going to have...
There's like more to it. It's a crit.
The next part of is setting up the mission. So the core box comes with this deck of mission cards. And what we do is we randomly choose a 1 mission, a 2 mission, and then a 3 mission. And this will set up our mission deck. So it's already established. We don't know what it is. We'll flip it over as we complete one.
I'll put this over here. So we flip this one over now?
Yes, we do.
Ba-boom. Now we orient the bottom of the card to the side that the first player is on, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Just a little bit lower. So the bottom of the card here will always show from the player with priorities and is their side of the board.
So I'll flip those. So it'll be this one here.
I'll flip this one up here.
It's like a Tetris piece, zigzag.
Right?
Cool.
So that is where the objectives are. These sleeves do make it a little shiny. There you go.
Yeah, that looks
Look
good.
at that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, after we know... Actually, do we set up... Oh no, so we are supposed to deploy first. So we did that. We did that a little wrong. But deployment, you were going to pick your first primary from one of your squads.
Okay.
And you're going to put that anywhere within your side of, within range 2 of your side of the board.
Well, I guess now that we know where it's a little, so we're supposed to set up before we reveal that mission, so we don't know which of these are going to be activated.
Correct. And what we'll probably do, and I think this would be the fairest way to do it, if you encounter this, because this is something that we run into a lot, and I know you will at home too, and if you don't, well, honestly, you're better than us.
Do we want to...
So we'll deploy, and then we will reshuffle the deck and draw a new one.
Okay, I was going to suggest that we'll just kind of redo that. So I'm going to put them, I want to try going kind of in between the two, so I could easily go to whichever might activate. So when you're deploying, you start with your primary, in this case Ahsoka. They have to be within 2 of the board edge, and then their particular secondary and support units have to be within 1 of their model. So we'll put the 212 over here in case that one activates, and we'll put Cody over here in case that one activates. Now I do both strike, my whole strike team? Or do you do one squad and you do one squad?
That's a great question, Dan. So when you deploy, after rolling for priority, the first player then chooses a battlefield, a side of the battlefield to deploy on. The first player determines the missions set, place objective tokens down, blah, 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 shuffle each deck individually, then draw one from the deck without revealing it. These will be the struggles. Do-do-do.
Boo-doo-doo.
The battlefield.
Oh, we have that.
Yeah, I
I'll thank Taylor again for making this really dope board. That looks great, and I love how he painted the terrain to really match it as we get more made up to have some variety.
Yeah, deploying their squads, starting with the first player.
So we do everything. Okay, so I'm just going to go with a similar tactic here. We'll have Anakin kind of halfway between the two, and then we'll go Rex over here, and 501st over here, and we'll call that good.
That sounds good to me. So
We'll see how it goes.
Are going to go ahead and start with Asajj in a very similar setup to you, where you can kind of get either way pretty quickly.
Ooh.
So my Asajj is going to be backed up by Clan Kryze and Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan?
Because
Bo-Katan where?
my understanding of things was that Mandalorians might be stronger together.
Oh man, they are.
That's not, did I do Jango? Okay.
Yeah, that guy looks a lot like Jango.
All right, so that'll be Asajj as well as Clan Kryze, all within range 1 of each other, and with the primary being within range 2 of my battlefield edge. We'll then go to the Lordimus of Mauls and do the same thing on the other side of the center.
Static Sketch is fake news, I assume, about Mandalorians being stronger together. But they are.
Hey, Static. How are you? All right.
What up? Lord Maul with his super commandos and Gar Saxon.
Gar Saxon's so dope. I don't know if you know this, but I love shields. I actually don't
yeah.
know a whole ton about Gar Saxon, but I love shields, and electric shields are even doper.
He's got a cool energy shield thing.
Okay, now
And
that
a
we are
sniper
deployed,
rifle.
we are going to take that first mission card, and we're going to throw it back in the pile.
Yeah.
And
You just want to draw a new number 1?
Yes.
Okay. And
So we're going to shuffle these up. We're going
1 in 3 chance to get the same one anyway.
3-card Monty, this bad boy.
Wait.
By the way, if you are looking for sleeves, Game Genic makes a really good tarot card sleeves. These are really nice, and under the right light, they really pop. All right, there you go, bud.
The bottom one is not the same one.
It is the same. Oh, it's similar.
Slightly different. We're going to flip the one on the crates over here and put this one back.
Nice.
All right. I think most of the number 1s have down the middle, which makes sense to incentivize people to move towards the middle of the board.
Yeah, so there's 3 first level or mission 1s currently. One's like this. The other one is the other one we had, and then one is a cross, kind of down the center, both sides.
Oh, it's just the 2 middle ones.
Yeah.
And so the 3 down the middle are always active round 1 at this point, mission 1.
Correct, Amundus.
They haven't outright said that there will be more mission cards in the future, but they've kind of hinted
They've certainly
at it,
heavily alluded that there will be other mission cards in the future, but how they will be given out, or whether it's in character boxes or mission packs or something else, that we don't know yet. All right, so
Cool.
You get to go first, Mr. Dan. So how characters get chosen to go is each of us have these little Shatterpoint decks, right? So this is all of our cards. So there's one of each. I'm going to reshuffle this just so you can see this. So
Cool.
we have Asajj, Bo-Katan, the Shatterpoint card. So when this card comes up, you can choose to activate any character you want, even if they've already gone, or even if they haven't gone yet.
You can even activate a boat.
We have Lord Marl, Gar Saxon, Gull Saxon,
Lord Marl.
Marl,
Walking Dead.
and you'll see up here in this upper left-hand corner, that is a tactics ability. So when that character goes, they have some triggering effect that happens as they start their activation.
I really like that little reminder, like, hey, they have a thing that happens at the start of their activation. Here's a reminder to double check that.
All right, so Dan, you can go ahead and flip over your first card.
Already I shuffled these earlier, so my first one's gonna be Rex. Cool. All right, so taking a look at his card, he does have a tactic ability we just mentioned. So looking at that, it's called Get a Move On, Soldier. The start of this unit's activation, choose a character in this unit or another allied Galactic Republic character. The chosen character may dash and then gain a hunker. So dash is the short tool.
A dash is with the short movement tool, and you
We've
can
got
even
the same
see
symbol on there, which
it has
is
the
cool.
symbol on there, which is dope.
So I can choose any other Galactic Republic character. There's no range to it.
Correct.
Which is really cool. And all of my characters are Galactic Republic, so there's a lot of choice here.
There are tags on the bottom of each one of the character cards that say kind of what groups they belong into. Sometimes it's a couple, sometimes it's 2, or in the case of something like
Ahsoka's only got 2. She's a Force user in Galactic Republic. That's it.
However, the Mandalorian Super Commandos
Whoa.
have 4. They're Mandalorians, they're part of the Shadow Collective, they're Super Commandos, and also Troopers.
So I can move anybody else, just not Rex. It says, this unit or another unit. Let's be aggressive and move Anakin up.
And unlike maybe some other games that we're used to, you are contesting an objective if you are within range 2 of it. Now, the first turn that happens, the player with priority, on their first turn, they can control objectives, but they don't score points for them.
All right, I think we will then, the action is called move, right? We'll move with him, which is pretty far.
An advance.
We will advance up to here. And then we will take cover is the action, right?
Yes.
So I do push range 1, so we get to use the sweet little shove tool.
You sure do.
And we'll place him within 1. And then give him a hunker token. So this gives him cover 1, so I just add another defense die.
Correct.
If I get attacked, which, I mean, he's pretty far up there, so he probably will.
And with the addition that we just saw from AFG today, clarifying how cover works, if you are within range 1 of a terrain piece that you can hide behind, in this instance he's not, but you would gain cover and hunker, but you cannot gain cover without hunker.
And I will also clarify here that because he has a hunker token, he now has steadfast. So if you do attack him, the first shove result along your combat tree is ignored.
Mm-hmm. All right, and a very important thing here, you get 2 actions per activation. Those actions can be moves, hunkers, attacks, they can be healing. I think there's a couple others. Take cover, recover, ability, combat, focus, move.
Focus is a big one. I like that one a lot.
It very much is, but the only thing is you cannot take the same action twice. A lot of characters have a bunch of different abilities that allow them to say jump or move or attack or focus as not one of their actions. And if your unit has 2 models in it, they both take those same actions.
So I think that's it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Because he moved as an action, he took cover as an action, and used his tactic ability. I'm choosing not to use like defensive maneuver at this point. So I think he's going to be good.
Okay.
So we'll put done ones over here.
Our first card is going to be the Mandalorian Super Commandos.
Hello!
So when they activate, they have a couple of abilities here. The first one I'm going to take advantage of is something called Mandalorians are stronger together. So if they start within a certain range of Bo-Katan, or they use a move action, whole bunches of stuff happen here. So if they end a movement action within range 2 of Gar Saxon, they get a free focus action. If they end within range 2 of Bo-Katan, they also may immediately make a focus action. Since it does have the same name of the ability, only one of them can be used as a reaction. The reaction is designated by this little circle here on the card. So this is a tactical ability. This is something that comes up when you pull the character's activation. This is an ability, which has a force cost. There's also a reactive. This is something that can be used in response to something happening. And then you have your innates. These are just always on and will never cost force. What are you looking for?
The Otis pointed out,
yes.
I take control of this objective, even though I don't score it yet, because you don't score on your first turn, but I do currently control that one.
You might be taking this one too. You sure do.
Oh, sweet. I forgot to double check that. That would, yeah. All right.
Oh, Tay.
I assumed you'd want the red side.
I appreciate that. I like to be the good guys.
And my favorite color is blue, so I'm going to do that.
So they are going to make a move action, I believe.
Yeah.
And consider the following. They are going to move up. Now, this is an important distinction as well. One thing that you can do, if you don't want to go with who came up, you can spend one of your force to put that character into reserve. You can only ever have one character in reserve at a time. And if you do, you will immediately draw another card before putting that up into reserve. If you draw the Shatterpoint card, you can recycle it for that force as long as you don't have a card in reserve already, and then you shuffle it back into the deck after drawing another card.
I like the interaction. And we've already seen some characters can do some funky stuff with it too.
For real. So we are going to go ahead and make a move action. So we're going to move up to this ladder. This is an ingress point for both of them.
And then you go broop to the top.
And what happens after you end within range 1 of an ingress point, which is any one of these ladders, you can move within range 1 of that ladder. So we will go up to the top of the ladder. I'll also knock down Lord Maul. Sorry, Maul. Because I ended within range 2 of Gar Saxon, these super commandos get to make a focus action. We are then going to jump with said Mandos using our ability called Jetpack. This is an ability that just costs 1 force, and the unit may make a jump. Jump is made using the short tool, the dash tool, but you can go to a different elevation along that process. So we'll go here, and here. So that while that doesn't get us within range 2, it does, however, actually, only one of them would be. So let's go ahead and use our next attack, or next action to make an attack. Now, because we got a free focus action, we have impact. And I believe that's only for close range, but as we have a focus.
I just looked at that one, yeah. It's for melee.
So if we had sharpshooter, for instance, when we make a focus action, we would get 2 extra dice on our next attack. For a focus action, we'll just get 1 extra attack dice.
You get 1 for the focus, and then any additional that the ability states. Like Cody has sharpshooter 2, so you'd add 1 for focus, and then 2 more for sharpshooter, which is kind of crazy.
All right, so we're going to look at our combat tree here.
Pew pew.
So effectively, we're going to roll a handful of dice. We'll figure out how many successes there are. Crits will be automatic successes, and you'll also have, he should be.
Yeah, you're good. Just kind of showing.
So it's a range 4 attack. I'll get 5 dice on this, 6 because I have focus. And if I was taking a defense against ranged, that would be 4 defense dice. And this is the melee side. With the little lightsabers, you have your melee attack and melee defense.
So because I'm defending against a ranged attack, Rex is going to roll 5 dice here. Or 6 because I have cover.
All right, so we'll go ahead with the attack. And yeah, I mean, it's not good. There's 2 failures there.
Yeah.
So we're showing 3 so far with no crits and no expertise.
Don't you get 1 more?
Oh, I only rolled 5, huh?
Yeah.
Well, look at this.
I was going to laugh real hard if it was a failure. All right, so that makes it 4. That's not terrible.
And then
4 to 6 ain't bad.
Right? I mean, none of them are crits, so they're like kind of half successes.
Right, so any blocks I roll here, or I can get some more with expertise as well. I'm going to cancel out those strikes. So I got 2 blocks, I got 2 failures, and 2 expertise. So these 2 expertise allow me to add another block to the roll. So I can essentially just put a block there, right?
Yep.
Or I guess I should probably like take those out and put a block in.
Yeah, either one works.
Doesn't really.
So effectively,
because failures can matter, not in this case.
Correct. So effectively, what happens is you modify the attacker's dice first with expertise. I didn't roll any, and then you modify the defender's dice with their expertise. So you're going to block 3 out of the 4 here, so that'll leave 1 strike unblocked. So we will go down our track by 1 pip. So that is going to be 2 damage onto Mr. Reximus.
So we'll take 2 here and put them on his big character card. And the hunker stays until like he activates, right?
Yeah, so the hunker
For a
token
while.
stays on until he's either engaged with another character,
That's the other one.
or when he activates again. All right, so we're going to go for the second attack.
Forgot that was only the first one.
And there we go. We like
Much
to see
better.
we like to see those crits.
All right. Okay, so because I got 3 expertise, this time I gained 2 blocks.
Nice.
So I got 4 blocks total, but these 2 crits don't get canceled out by the blocks, right?
Correct. And with our expertise, we would change 1 to a hit. So you'll block all the hits, and you'll take 2 crits,
Okay.
which will be 2 more damage.
Oh, and then you got a couple choices here.
And then this is where you can kind of fork. So I can either apply a disarm. A disarm would have Rex not using expertise in his next attack roll. Alternatively, I can strain him, which the next time the character makes an action, at the end of that action, they'll take 3 damage. And that is what we are going to elect for, is the strain.
I like how the string kind of looks like little
Beads of sweat?
Sweat drops.
Bloody sweat.
Even though it's red, bloody sweat. I'm going to put it next to the model. I think the rules state to put it on the card, but for having it on the string here, I'm going to put it next to the model to help remember.
And that is going to be the Super Commandos activated.
All right. They did kind of a lot. Rex took 5 damage there. He's got 9 health. Once he takes that, he becomes wounded for a little while, then it changes to injured. Which I'll have to, that one you'll have to help me with because I don't totally remember. All right, so my next activation
Hold
from
on.
the...
So, as far
Mandalorians
as
are stronger together.
So, I do claim one of these objectives because Bo-Katan
She was already there.
was already there.
So that's one thing I got to remember for deployment is try, I guess it's difficult to get them within 2 of those.
Well, you can deploy
Placing them a little bit, planning that out in case to save you actions and force and whatnot to get there.
And that is the end of their turn. So we'll go back over to you, and you will flip over your next card.
You score
correct.
the 1 on the struggle
I
tracker.
do. So because I had one objective, I'll move the struggle tracker 1 pip. I'm actually going to flip this around.
Raven's got a handful of dice and a pocket full of hope.
Will always result in 50% failures. Ah, nuts.
All right, so as you're getting that set, I'm going to reveal my next card here, which is, boom, Cody. So the captains are going first. Well, he's a commander. I'm not really sure exactly what the difference is, but... All right, so he also has a tactic ability here. We've got a big problem. Start of this unit's activation, choose an enemy character within 5 that is contesting an active objective. The chosen character gains exposed. Obviously, there's nobody within 5 yet. So unfortunately, I can't do that one at this point. So let's go, I think we're going to start with an advance again.
We're going to start with
Double
an
check what else is there.
again.
Can you give me the advanced
Would you
tool
like
over there,
an
please?
Advanced tool.
Actually, no. Do we want? I don't think we want to do that yet. We're going to spend a force here.
Yeah.
For defensive maneuver. Mm-hmm. So we'll flip that bad boy over.
Oh, you know what? I cheated. I never flipped my force over. My bad.
So you give me the short tool because he gets a dash here. So defensive maneuver costs a force. Each character in this unit may dash. If they dash, they gain hunker. So he'll dash just to be like on the other side of this ladder to up to the top and place within 1, right?
Yes.
So we're going to go here. He'll gain hunker. Now we're going to advance to here. And there's not too, I want to focus because he's got that sharpshooter, but obviously I can't then shoot. But I forgot the super commandos are right there, so why don't we just shoot them?
Right?
He's got big old range 5, so it doesn't matter which one I shoot, the whole unit takes damage as a whole.
It is always best to declare which one you're firing from, and because I did not do this on my super commandos, which one was firing first and which one was firing second.
So I guess I'm just shooting that unit effectively, right?
Yes, but which model though?
Well, the closer one.
Okay.
And then we will, so he's got his DC-15 blaster rifle. We've got 6 dice with this. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we'll do that. I only got 1 expertise, which is enough to do a damage.
So we blocked 2, and we have Beskar armor. So you can modify yours first with your expertise.
So his expertise is just a damage.
Oh, nice.
Because I only got 1, and I got 3 strikes.
And when that happens, that is off the damage pool. So as you're going down your combat track, you're kind of pooling all of this stuff together. Both the damage, the pushes, the shoves, the pins, the strains. When it happens off of expertise, it just happens.
Oh, it's not part of the pool?
Correct.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
So, and as for my expertise, I have Beskar armor. I rolled 2 expertise, so that is going to convert to 2 shields.
Yeah.
So that will block the rest of the attack.
Okay.
But that's why his expertise is dope. He always gets a little bit through.
Yeah. Nice. All right. I don't think he's got anything else. Realizing pretty quickly that I think the commanders want to go after the supporting clones. So like they can move up and then he could shoot to trigger the coordinated fire.
Yes.
But, you know.
But having
the
him
learning
up
game.
there, he has an ability as well called
Bring it down?
yes.
Yeah.
So he gives benefits while his units are taking shots and stuff as well.
All right.
Something
so
about being
then
within range 4 of you guys.
I think that's it for him. So we get to claim that point, and I get to move it 3 on the tracker.
So now an important distinction. If you do not move the momentum tracker back onto your own side, you get a momentum. And a momentum is one of these black cubes. And as those build up, it makes it easier to win. So if you're fighting a little bit more uphill, there's kind of an effect that'll help you get some of that momentum. And if it lands in the middle, if you're perfectly even matched, everyone gets a little bit more stressed, and both sides will get a momentum. My next character up is going to be Asajj.
Ooh. So I feel like I want to like her going earlier, because I don't have as much in range of her melee stuff, because I think she only has melee attacks.
Yes, she does. Oh, and one thing that I guess we forgot to do at the start, ooh, I guess I shouldn't move them, is that you choose which form you start on. So a lot of the primaries, at least all of them so far, have 2 different sides of their card. So after deployment, you kind of say whether they're on their attack side or defensive side, or their melee side versus their range side, and you can flip that once per during your activation.
At any time.
Correct.
Following the slight restrictions to any time. Yeah, I looked over mine and went with the defensive sides first. But
So I do think we'll go with her.
okay.
And we'll just go all out. So we're going to start with, I think, a Dathomirian dexterity. We're going to spend a force.
Ooh, flip it. Nice.
And we'll make a jump. Or actually, she just gets yes, it is a jump. It's just a jump. Where is the jump?
Is the short tool right for jump?
Yes.
Because the shorter movement tool is for everything except just an advance, right?
Correct.
Jump, or dash, jump, climb.
So then we're going to wombo combo this a little bit. So we ended within range
Yeah.
1. So then we'll end a little bit further up here.
Way up that ladder. Broop.
And then we'll make an advance.
What?
And we'll go, wah! And here's, so here's the dope thing. So as long as you are at a higher elevation, you can just go to that other elevation.
I love that, because just imagine her just jumping off whoosh, with those lightsabers out, and Cody's like, oh no!
That is going to put us within range 2.
So I lose the hunker, right? Because now he's engaged?
Correct.
Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Come on, clone armor. It's better than stormtrooper armor.
We will then, let's see if we want to switch our form before we attack.
Whoa! Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, friend.
I mean, just look at the dice.
And but there are shoves on this one, so if I wanted to get you off that point.
That is a short tree.
Yes. So let's go big, because we don't want to go home.
Oh, he's only got 4 defense dice.
And we will go with our Jarkai stance, which is going to be 8.
8 versus 4. That's brutal. Clone armor's okay for expertise. It's not Beskar, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, Beskar is very good. All right, so let's go with that roll. Not stellar.
Well,
that is very not stellar.
Yeah,
though.
I mean,
Listen,
black 1.
I'll take it.
It's a bunch of failures. Cody's gonna be like, ow.
So for expertise, we only got 1, but guess what that turns into? Her twin lightsabers turns, the first through third, it turns into a crit and
a strike.
And a strike.
Yikes. Okay.
So you're
gonna
blocking
get a lot.
1 strike, and outside that we have 4 more strikes and 2 crits.
Ooh, 6 spaces in the tree.
Correct. So that will be the full tree.
Yikes. Hers is kind of cool because you have 2 starting points to choose from.
Correct.
You're just going to go straight damage.
I mean, we very well might. So what's his health? He has 9?
He's only got 9 because he's secondary.
Okay, yeah, I guess let's go for it. So we'll go 2, 4, 6. We'll use an ability. And then we will get 3 more. So we will wound him.
Yeah, just
and
enough.
And we'll add a pin to him.
Well, that just seems unnecessary.
And so what pin does is the next time that unit would, I think, move, dash, or jump, they don't. And then they lose the token. We also get an ability. So that ability that we're going to use here is Force Push. And what this allows us to do is to choose a character in a unit and an enemy character within range 3 of this character, push the enemy character range 3 away from the chosen allied character. And if you folks in chat can help me, so if I get the ability on my combat, do I have to spend the force to use it? Or do I just get that for free?
That's a good question.
So I do think we will put you back this way. And we'll even carry along your thingamajobber there.
Without paying its force cost.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when a character in this unit, so we're going to trigger her Sith Assassin. When a character in this unit wounds an enemy unit, after the effect is resolved, this character may heal 3. So she doesn't have any conditions or damage, so we're not going to really be able to make use of that. But if a wounded primary or secondary unit, it may also jump or advance. If it wounded a primary unit, it refreshes 2 force. So we injured a secondary, so we can move a little bit. I don't think we're going to, because we like to be on this point, so we can claim that for the good guys.
All right, so he has become wounded. So you add 1 momentum to the struggle tracker on your side because you wounded a character.
Mm-hmm.
First off, wounded units do not contest objectives, cannot suffer damage or have damage removed. And becoming injured, when he activates again, he flips the wounded token to the injured side, removes all damage in a condition, and then essentially can act as normal. But anything that would cost force or have 0 force cost costs 1 more. And if you injure him again, he has 2.
So he would get
wounded.
1 more action, and then he would be removed.
Okay. Or becoming defeated, there it is.
So as we have 2 objectives here, we're going to move the cube 2 spaces, 1, 2, which is going to put it at dead center.
So we
which
both
means
get a momentum.
we will both gain momentum as the stress continues to build.
All right. Massage hurts. That was a great roll.
And you know what? We will end up making that jump, and we'll just go to be on the point, so it's a little bit more difficult for you to push me off of it.
Fair. All right. Lightsabers.
It's still mission 1, so no priority objective yet.
Okay, so let's flip our 3rd activation here. Here's the siege.
Thank you.
We've got the 501st.
Nice.
All right, so a couple things. All right, so they don't have a ton going on. They're a 3-point support squad, so they're a little less going on here. They do a defensive maneuver, coordinating fire, brothers in arms, so they really like having hunker. So let's go. They probably want to go up there. Does Asajj have deflect?
She does not. She has something similar, but it's in melee. She's a riposte.
Interesting. Okay. Let's go. So if I... Do we want a defensive maneuver again? Because we don't have that much more that spends force anyway. Let's try that. For funsies, let's use our abilities. Let's defensive maneuver so they can dash and then gain a hunker.
I keep stealing the movement tools. Am I bad?
Used to it.
Yeah. Normally it's the dice, not the movement tools. We only have 1 set of movement tools.
So move this. He won't go the whole way. So then, is it after the whole action is done they go up the ingress point. They just have to end within one of it, right?
Correct.
So I'm not going that far. So then we need that. So he'll go up and end within one of it. And this guy would do the same thing, right behind. And they have, this time I'm going to put the hunker token on their card because there's 2 of them. I guess I could just put a hunker token next to each of them. Better chance to remember that way.
So it's the unit gains a hunker. You don't gain 2 hunker.
Right. Okay, wow, their attack is way better than I thought it would be. So their advanced combat training with their blaster is still range 5. So I haven't done the action yet, so I think next I'm going to...
Hey, Brian.
Focus.
Sounds good.
So they gain an attack die. And then we'll use our second action to, as a combat action, to shoot Asajj.
Alrighty. Which one's going to shoot first?
Let's go the guy in front.
Nice.
So we got 8 dice here. I think that's all of them. Yes, I can count. And they don't have too much going on in their expertise chart, but anything helps. And bam! It's a lot of failures. That's half failures.
Wow. I'm sorry I touched your dice, man.
Right? I mean...
Oh, 2 crits is good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So that's the thing is, like, when you're looking at it, your hits, your strikes are probably going to get blocked, or at least mostly blocked. It's those crits that you really look for.
Those crits count.
So we have 2 failures, 2 blocks, and an expertise. Did you have any expertise to pop off
my
with first?
one expertise goes to a strike.
Okay. So we were blocking 2 so far, and for our 1 expertise, we convert a crit to a hit of yours, and we also get a another block.
Okay. So I think it's just so you got 3 blocks because you changed a crit to a hit. Those all get canceled, so I just get the 1 crit through. So all I do,
There's no crit now.
Didn't I have 2
It's just
crits?
a strike. Nope, just the 1.
Oh, I thought you already moved it.
Nope.
So still just 1.
Yeah, so it's same result.
All right. So I believe you're pinned.
Now I'm pinned.
So the only result is just the first one, which is just a pin, which isn't terrible by any means.
High ground, Grunter, for sure. The high ground one looks so dope. Elevation's rad in this game. I would suggest it.
Oh, and then the other guy gets to do it.
It does.
I forgot. They get to do this again. So the guy in the back's gonna shoot her. Pew pew pew. Oh, stuck to my hand. Way better roll.
Oh, significantly.
So that's gonna be 8 hits. But
All right, so blocking 2 with 2 expertise.
because the 1 expertise changes to a strike.
So in this case, we change 1 crit if you had it to a strike, and then we get 2 blocks.
So you're taking away 4 of them.
Yes.
All right, so you're gonna go 4 spaces.
That's almost the whole way.
So you're pinned.
And
You're pinned again.
And because I'm already pinned, that's just another damage into the pool.
In the pool. Okay, so then we become 3 damage, and then this is a push, right? Or do I want to strain you? And then I could heal. I don't need to do that. I don't think anybody else is within range either. So I think we'll go the bottom. Oh, we get a reposition. That's huge.
Correct.
Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go all along the bottom here. So we got pinned, so that's 1, 2, 3 damage, strained, and then a 4th damage and a reposition. So 4 damage total. And reposition is just an advance, right?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Right?
So we'll move up here. Oops. Forgot that wasn't glued. And I just need to have more characters within 2 of that, right?
Correct.
I'll keep the 1 hunker token there so I don't forget. Try not to cheat or nothing. So then I think they're done. Because they focus as an action, shot as an action.
Yep.
So then we would
You'll flip
turn
that back.
that point blue.
Dabber D's, dabber dies.
We'll just put it on top here. So I currently have 1, 2, 3.
Take your hand and come with me.
Again.
Yep. Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3. Cool. All right.
Great activation.
I can't read it, but thank you so much.
How's the W? Good to see you, dude.
Oh, hey. Yo, support units are pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
having 2 at once. That's neat.
Well, and you don't expect them to have that many die either, but then they do, and it's like, yeah.
Focus is great.
Yeah.
I like that. I like more attack dice.
Now that you are within range 2 and engaged, you are no longer hunkered.
Oh yeah, good call. That goes away.
All right, next up,
They did their job.
we have the bowist of Katans.
Uh-oh.
So she does have a tactical ability, which you see up here in the corner. And it is called Pride of the Mandalore. At the start of this unit's activation, choose another allied Mandalorian character. The chosen character may jump.
Jump. Well, thanks for popping in, House of W. We'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, because we know we already have one guy within range here, we are going to choose
now I'm stealing the tools.
the other super commando to go ahead and jump.
Go on, get.
So that means we'll know for a fact that we'll have that point at the end of this round. And then we'll go with Bo. And what Bo gonna do
Bo.
I don't feel she can probably get off a... This unit makes a move action. It may use this ability. This unit gets a focus. One character in this unit may jump. Okay, so consider the following. I think that we take a jump. So we're going to spend a force to jet back.
Jump.
Because I don't think we're going to be within range 1 of the ingress point after just an advance. I'm sorry to say. So I
just in advance.
I do think we'll have to jump. So we spent the force, so we might as well. And we'll go plinking around all over town.
Yeah.
And then we'll use an advance. The advance will go up here, and then we'll be near, and then we'll go up to... so we'll go to the bottom, and then we'll...
Oh, because the ladder.
Get within 1.
I was like, wait a minute.
So that'll have us within 2. And then let's take a shot at them clones.
Which clones? There's a lot of them.
There are, the ones in range.
Them blue ones up top?
Them blue ones up top. Well, actually, let's see what her range is. She is range 4, so yeah, I think it's going to have to be them.
Yeah, because there's no sense in shooting Cody since he's already wounded and can't take damage or anything anyway.
Correct.
And the 212th are definitely out of range. So, ba-boom.
So, let's go ahead and use our West Star blaster pistols.
Well, I ain't got no hunker though, Lieutenant Dan.
That's true.
Blue clones are defensive though. I've got 5 defense dice here.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet.
A bit uphill, but we'll shoot for the moon.
I do like how much they're making the clones different already, where the 501st are pretty defensive and the 212th seem more offensive. I like that a lot.
So no crits, but we are showing 3 with 2 expertise.
All right, I got my 5 dice.
You guys catch the change to cover? Yes. Yep.
I saw my name on there and I was like, oh, who's talking to me? But it was the bot saying what my squads are.
Oh, so Leland, hey, how are you, man?
Okay, not fantastic with 2
Are you gonna block
failures.
all my hits?
Because the expertise will give me 1 more block.
So my expertise just creates 1 more hit. You'll block all of it, but the one that expertise has.
Yeah, so you get the first space there.
Oh wait, no, I got 2 expertise. So that'll be a crit and a hit.
Oh, nice. You got a pretty sweet. Oh, I like it when it's 1 and then something else for 2.
So then,
So you get
so it looks like
2 spaces?
we'll go 2 down the old track.
Oh boy. So the first space is 2 damage. And then what are you gonna do with the next one?
We're gonna.
I like how this is where, other than your actions, obviously,
Yeah.
where a lot of choice comes in with, like, you don't get to choose as much the order you do stuff in, but the combat trees gives you tons of tactical choices.
Yeah, I think we go for the jump and then a shove. Because your clone trooper here is right at the end of the thing, so we can push him off.
Yeah, because they're no longer steadfast, because they lost. I got aggressive and lost my hunker.
Alternatively, we could just do the same thing and effectively do more, just a little bit more damage and grab the point that we're within range 2 of because we're the closest to it. 4 damage and a pen and grab that.
Choices.
Or I keep looking at the wrong model too.
Right. That's why I kept picking up the card to be like, oh, it's this one.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do the, oh, it'll be 5 damage in a pin.
5?
5.
Dang.
Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I thought you got 2 spaces.
You blocked 3?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, you're
Yeah,
right.
you had 2.
Yeah, so the shove doesn't matter then. So, so we'll do 3 damage in a pin.
All right.
And then we'll take this point.
I like that 2 less damage. That's a big deal. All right. So I'm going to put it on the card.
That works.
Because that's how you're supposed to do it anyway, but just because they count the damage together.
We'll move 2 back towards us. We are not back on the middle or on our side yet, so we'll gain a momentum.
Cool.
And then you are up.
All right.
It's odd that scoring's the thing that I sometimes forget to do in this game.
Right. Well, because it's every turn, and
Yeah.
it just takes some getting used to. All right. Next activation is Anakin. Did you take this one? Did you say you were going to
Oh, yeah, I did take that one too.
Give yourself
So then
one more point.
So then it goes to the middle and we both get momentum.
Ooh, getting closer all the time. All right, so Anakin, surprisingly, he's got 4 abilities on his card, but he doesn't actually have that much happening on his activation because he's all about
You also
attacking.
lost Hunker there for being engaged.
Call. He attacks and hurts you back, which is really cool. So we're going to spend a force here because I'm spending it like candy because why not? That's what I got it for. To force jump.
Yep.
So where'd it go? There you go. We're going to say, hey, leave my buddy Rex alone. We're good friends. And we're going to jump over to here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have to move, or no, let me, you got the 2 there, am I engaged? I didn't think so, not quite. Which is a little unfortunate. It doesn't, I guess it's actually not that bad with Anakin. Just means I can't focus before I attack. So we will advance. Just double checking what else he's got here. We're going to advance to be like right up against it.
Yeah.
Or do I want to go to the other side to make sure I'm within 2 of both? Does that matter?
So it could.
Because if I wound him, if I wound him, I wound the unit.
You move the whichever model you are targeting. So like, if you're looking for pushes, right?
No, I said if I wound them.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, you wound the whole unit.
Okay. Because that's kind of what I'm going for here, I think.
Yes.
Because Anakin, I'm sure you know what he's going to do here. So we will go right in. Before I attack, we're going to flip to his more offensive side of his stance card for Form 4 Gemso. So he also has 8 dice here.
Yeah.
Just like Asajj did. Where'd they go? What are you putting dice over here for?
Well, they were so cluttered.
All right, so we got 8 dice here, and of course his expertise is pretty sweet. And we do get a bunch of expertise. That was actually a really good roll.
And a bunch of crits. That is probably going to be some hunkered down boys.
2 failures isn't great, but the rest of it's awesome. Oh, that was a great roll too.
That was. So you convert yours first.
All right, so I got 2 successes, so that becomes, I got 2 expertise, which becomes 2 strikes.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, it becomes 2 crits.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't realize those were all crits.
We got 2 expertise, which is going to turn into 5 blocks, which isn't going to matter because you only had 2 strikes.
So those go away. So I get to go 4 spaces on the track.
Yep.
Which is pretty sweet. And he does damage. So looking at this, the first result is 3 damage.
Yep.
The second result is 2 damage. The third result is 2 more damage and a strain.
Yep.
And I got 1 more. So I could do 1 more damage and a jump.
You daze him either way.
So do I want to jump or do I do the push? No, that's
Pin.
this is a push.
Yes.
So do I want to jump? I don't know if I want to.
So what I would suggest here, because you know you're wounding them, right? So when they flip or they activate again, they get rid of one condition. You've already added strain, which is awesome. Strain is a very good condition.
Oh, because I could give them another condition. Oh, okay,
So
good
then
call.
I can't get rid of all of them.
Thanks,
So
yeah,
I would definitely do the pin there.
Yeah, I'm going to
because you want to
pin.
get that point back anyway.
All right, cool.
So they will gain a wound.
So what do they got? They got 8, so there we go. And then I'll put that on the card for you. They're strained and pinned. Well, I was going to use his I'm going to end this ability to attack again, but
Isn't it only on primary or secondary?
No, it's just after he makes a combat attack. He's got that.
Oh, that's the thing.
This is where the fun begins.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't wound, he has an ability that I can do more stuff if I wound a primary or secondary unit. But there's support, so that doesn't trigger. So,
Anakin mistook them for raiders and went ham.
the women and the children too. So
you'll flip that point back.
Yeah, I guess he's done because I didn't get to attack again, which is fine with me. I'll save the force for something else.
You'll get a momentum for
because I wounded
a unit.
Yeah.
And then boop, 3.
And then I got the middle still, and then the 2 I had before. So 3 again. Back to 3. Okay. Anakin was pretty cool. I just like rolling that many dice, man.
All right. Up next is...
Get out of here, Annie. You already went.
The Shatterpoint
Ooh,
card.
Shatterpoint.
Huh. Well, I think the thing to do is get probably Maul up so then he can go again later.
Gross.
Or to do the same thing with Gar.
Gar.
Well, let's do Maul.
Cool.
And we'll just spend all of our force effectively. So we go Maul.
Crits are so strong in this game. Yeah, for real.
They are.
I like how it's similar to crits in Legion.
Right.
Where they just kind of go through. Like, I'm excited to see what kind of abilities can affect that. You know, I'm sure we'll see characters in the future that can defend crits and stuff. It's a nice distinction. All right, here comes the Lord himself. Lordimus Maulimus. Maulimus Rex. Because Rex is king.
I get it.
Ah!
So
he's kind of got a crown as a Zabrak.
We'll move up, and then we're definitely out of range. So we will spend a force to just advance, like straight up advance.
And oh yeah, I think Ahsoka's got the same thing. That's literally the same thing, force speed.
And let's see.
Dash down the tunnel, episode 1.
So I think we'll take a damage for that too. So he has an ability called Sustained by Rage, where he can suffer damage instead of spending force.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I mean, he's got 11 health. So does Anakin, but still. Woof.
So we're going to go on up.
Hello, sir. Did he do one action to move first? And then force speed? So he does still have an action.
Correctus.
Here, I'm gonna, because it looks better to me. I'm gonna face Anakin.
And then we are going to... This was probably the wrong call, but let's just send her out. We're going to pull Anakin slightly close. Ooh, no, we're going to pull Rex up to us.
Wait, what?
So we're going to take 2 more damage instead of spending force.
Okay. I like that.
For there is no place to run.
That's really cool.
And...
You're going to
actually,
push me towards you?
Anakin is on his
less defensive
attacky side, right?
Yeah.
So he's only 5 dice here. And we're going to be at 8 because we're going to go... Yeah, because we start in Dark Cunning, or Dark Rage. Yeah. So we need to do 11, but with this pull, what it's going to do is expose you.
Gross.
And what expose does...
That's a little wheep, right?
Yeah, so you don't count your expertise in this defense roll.
Oh, but those are good.
Correct. So we're going to be rolling 7 here.
He's already pretty hurt, so there's a good chance you're gonna wound him.
Sorry, Anakin. We
pulled,
We pulled Anakin and exposed him.
Oh, same number of dice. But no, his expertise are really good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's see what happens.
All right, big bucks. We're rolling an additional die, so we have 8 now instead of 7 because we have 3 damage on us. For every 3 damage we have on us, we have an additional die.
It's like the Hulk here?
Yep.
You don't want to see him angry. Oh, wow, he's so angry he missed the box.
Happens to the best of us.
That's fantastic so far.
No, it's not though, because there's no crits.
Yeah, but I only have 5 dice. All right, let's do boom. Look at all his expertise I don't count.
That was why we did it.
Wow, that's so good. Ow, I only got 1 block.
We did get an expertise on our end though, which does what?
That's a good question.
A crit and a damage.
Crit and damage. So I just put 1 damage on him right away, right?
Yes.
Boom.
And then you're blocking 1 to get rid of the 1 strike. So we'll go down our thing 5.
5. Woof, Anakin's in trouble.
Which could let us do a lot. Okay. So we're going to do 2 damage. He has 11 total, and we're going down 5.
Is that all our
2
damage total?
4.
I'll take ones off Cody, because...
Well, and the commandos, because they're wounded.
So you said 2?
Yeah, so the first one's 2. The first 2 are 2 each, so it's 4 out of the gate no matter what.
All right, I'll just... Yep, there we go.
And then we can...
I'll pile it up here. Actually, I guess I don't need my hand there. Look at my hand.
2, 3. So we need to do 10 with this. 2, 4. Because we're going down 5. 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 8. This would be just shy.
Who do we appreciate?
So in that case, why don't we do this? We will go 2 damage, 2 damage, 1 damage, and a shove, 2 damage, and a shove, and a shove. So with the one that automatically goes on, I think that's a total of 2, 4, 6, 7.
7, then the automatic.
Yeah, so the automatic happens first.
Yeah, I put it on there already. So he's at 8 damage.
And then we'll shove, 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 shove.
Wait, what?
3 shoves.
Is it really?
Yeah. Shove, shove, shove.
Wow. And that's just, I was thinking the dash tool. But still, that's going to be pretty far away.
A shove? It's going to be at least a force jump.
I'm all playing Will It Blend?
Shove.
Anything will blend, except Chuck Norris.
And shove. We don't have more than you here at this point, so we don't take it back.
Okay.
So we will only score 2.
It could be worse.
1, 2. We're not back on our own side, so we'll gain momentum.
Cool. All right, that was a great Shatterpoint turn. That hurt. But now Anakin's mad. Well, let's see whose turn it is. Oh, look, it's Anakin's again.
Uh-oh.
Maybe. I was thinking, if I get the Shatterpoint, I might go back with him over there. Because Maul's going to activate again. Because that was your Shatterpoint card. Or, I mean, obviously I got a bunch of options. Could go with, like, Rex. I think we go with Anakin. I think I got an idea here.
So just so you know, if you do that, I didn't score this point. So there's no victory points to gain from going with
That's
Anakin.
really fair.
Just as a
get those blinders off,
correct.
Right?
You could alternatively save the Shatterpoint card for later.
For 1 force, right?
And shuffle it back into the deck.
Or get shuffled back in.
Because I might get that point after Gar Saxon, or I might grab that middle point back, because your easiest points to get back are in fact this, because Rex is here, and the center one, because you already have more than Ventriss. So it shouldn't be difficult for you to get Ahsoka over here to get this point.
That's kind of thinking that. Thanks, Otis. Because I know I've got Ahsoka and the 212 left in the pile.
Yeah.
So if I go with Ahsoka, there's a good chance she could go twice in a row, which is not a bad thing.
Correct. Doing the
I
same thing effectively that I did with Maul, where you want them up closer so they can...
Right. Because if you go with Maul, then when you activate with Maul again, you're certainly more incentivized to focus on Rex.
Correct.
But Anakin's not going to get to go again. I think I'm going to go with Ahsoka because you got a point. Like, you're playing for objectives. That's how you play this game.
And it's one of those things too, right? As far as a learning curve, it's not just kill, 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 kill. It's push people off the point and get those points for yourself, because that back and forth tracker, if you have a couple turns in a row where you're getting 3 and your opponent's getting 2, that is how you eke yourself into winning the mission.
Alrighty. I think I forgot I could have done her force protector or something, but we are going to spend a force for force speed, same as Maul did before. And we're going to run over this way.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? I say that to Danny all the time. She doesn't ever laugh. I don't think she gets it. And then we will advance, move, whatever the action's actually called, to end within 1 of the ladder. And then we'll place within 1 of the top of the ladder. Does she have any kind of... She does have some... No, that's a push, right?
Yep.
All right.
So that's her push side.
So I would need to get 3 through Beskar to push you away from this thing.
You need to get 1.
Oh, she got to push right on her first one.
Yep.
That's not unreasonable. And her other side is like straight damage. So I think we want to go with that. And we're going to attack her. Before we do that, we're going to coordinate the fire from the 501st.
Yes.
So when a character in another allied Galactic Republic unit makes an attack as part of a combat action before dice are rolled, this unit uses this ability. If the target character is within 5 of a character in this unit, then they gain strained.
All right, so she just gains strained.
She just straight up gains strained, which is on the back of exposed. You got one? So because she's within 5, and it doesn't even cost force. It would if they were wounded.
Yes.
But at this point it doesn't, which is pretty sweet. All right, so we've got only 6 dice here because this is her more defensive side. But we only need 1. I'm just looking for 1 to go through to get that point.
Right.
Anything else is gravy. Blah. All right. We got a crit. We got a couple expertise, a couple failures, and a strike.
Okay. So you modify yours first with expertise.
So I got 2 expertise, which gives me 2 more strikes, which doesn't really matter here.
So yeah, you got the crit, so you're getting the push. So her Beskar armor is super dope. Just 1 success gives 2 extra. So I'll block all the strikes, but you got that crit.
So nothing goes through but the crit, and that's really all I need here. She takes 1 damage, which, okay, cool, and the push. So the push is just
the shove tool? Yep.
Shove.
And you got her strained.
Yeah, that's nice. And that'll definitely be out of 2 of that point.
Oh, for sure.
And that's what we're looking for, so we could flip that point over back to me.
And that does it for you, right?
I think that gives me the mission.
It does.
Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. This lands on a momentum.
So that is how you win a mission.
Woo!
So that is mission 1. Where'd we... Oh, it's right here. Right here in my hand.
It's right where it's been the whole time.
So we'll put this over on Dan's side here.
Cool.
So he got mission... Oh, it doesn't show.
I did it.
So you got mission 1.
I did it, everybody.
We'll reset the momentum.
So this goes back to 0 when all the momentum clears except for that first one, right?
Correct.
What else resets?
Nothing.
Not much, right?
Correct.
Oh, now we draw... When do we draw the next mission
So we draw
card? Right away?
now. Where'd we put that stack? I think it's right
I think it's
here.
under the rule book. Yeah!
So our next mission, and it stays facing with you with priority, right? So now I get to choose which set we made. So it's because I lost the first mission, I'll choose which one of these 2 sets I want.
Cool.
Neither one is particularly great for us.
Yeah.
So I suppose we'll go with this one here.
So this one stays.
That one will stay.
The middle one flips back to inactive.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's this one back here.
Correct.
And then on your side, and this one flips to inactive.
And we clear all of the control markers.
That's actually pretty good for you because that's 2 points I had that I no longer... Oh, all the control markers go away.
Yes.
Oh, that's huge. Okay.
Yep.
Wow, that's really big. I like how much that resets.
So, and now, before we see who I'm going with next, we're going to start rolling the priority die. So what happens here, you'll notice that these have different symbols. So we have a failure, a shield, and an expertise.
Priority.
So, yes, and there's a token for it as well. So as it's my turn, because you'll do this every turn, you roll a die to find out which one is the priority. And it's going to be the center one at the bottom.
On top of the screen.
So, then we'll flip over who we have, and it's Clan Kryze.
Ooh, the Night Owls.
They're pretty far away from the objective that I want as the priority one. So Maul is in one of these two last cards.
Ugh.
Right?
Real quick before you do it. So the priority, that one is worth 2?
2.
Okay.
Thank you.
Which is huge when there's only 3 at this point.
So
I really like how that focuses the rest of the game.
We will spend a force to dig for Maul. So Clan Kryze will go into my reserve.
So you have Maul and Gar left, right?
Correct. And I think it'd be easier for either one of them to get over there and get that point.
For real.
So, it is Gar.
Okay. I was real scared.
At the start of this unit's activation, choose another allied Mandalorian character. The chosen character may jump.
Dope. Which is the Night Owls or Bo-Katan?
Yes, and this is actually why we weren't... Ooh, uh-oh.
What? Oh, did we miss?
Wah!
I did that. I had a Shatterpoint post, and I posted that Mandalorian and called her Bo-Katan, and then later posted, I think it was the next day, I realized it, and was like, this is the real Bo-Katan!
So we're going to jump pack this Mandalorian over here, because then he'll at least get that point back there for me for free. And then we'll go with the man, the myth, the Gar. So I think...
Too many times. I like to just imagine that's the Mando from, like, the Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. I don't remember her name. And the other guy, I just imagine is Axe Woves. Because he's kind of cool.
Action. Okay. So, consider the following.
What are we considering?
We're going to jetpack. Because my backpack's
This
got
damage is in
jets.
on Ahsoka. What's that doing there?
That was a new pool I pulled off the Super Commandos because we needed more.
We need more tokens. We'll have plenty of tokens in the next week.
Yep. Give me the mover to goovers.
No.
Okay. Oh,
Yes,
wait, we paid for a
please.
jump, sorry. So why don't we jump first?
Bloop.
Bloop.
Jetpack jump.
And then we'll advance.
And then...
And then the power phase. So we're going to go effectively as... Oh, nice. Nice.
Leland says his Mandos are named Bimmy and Jimmy.
Okay, so after this unit makes a move action, it may use this ability. If a character in this unit is within range 2 of another Mandalorian character, this unit may immediately make a focus action. So we're going to make a focus action. When this characters in this unit have Sharpshooter 2, when a character in this unit makes a ranged attack, the target does not benefit from cover. After this unit makes a focus action, it gains Hunker. So we're going to gain Hunker.
That's a lot.
We gain Sharpshooter 2, which means we add 3 dice to this. Because you get 1 for focus and 2 for Sharpshooter?
Yeah.
So, oh, that makes sense. His attack is lower. It's only 6 for ranged. The other thing that happens here is No Mercy. When an enemy character that is engaged with 1 or more characters in this unit... Oh, never mind. I haven't used Gar before, so I don't have all of his stuff super down. So I have the focus, I have Sharpshooter, and now I have a Hunker token. I'm within range 2 of the objective, so this will give me...
He's also... Oh, because he's got like a sniper rifle, so he's range 5, no problem.
So that'll give me this as well. All right, so let's go for it.
All right, I got 5 defense dice.
So I got 9 attack dice.
Exposed.
You're not, that was on Anakin.
Oh, you're right.
You are suppressed though.
I was confused at the time.
It happens to the best of us.
All right, so I do get the count expertise.
Correct.
Ha!
Okay. Oh, and then 1 more, so I'll just re-roll one of the failures.
Ooh.
There's a crit.
Ooh, that was a good reroll. I'm just
Stars
gonna move
above.
that out of the way. Ba-bam! So many failures. All right, so I got 1 block, 2 expertise becomes 1 more block. Well, technically, you would change yours first, but...
Oh, yep. So, yeah, with 2, I get a crit and a push.
A crit?
He's a sniper.
What is he, like a secondary or something?
That's fair. So yeah, so the shove happens, I think, right away. You don't have hunker, so you're no longer steadfast, right?
Correct. Because you got too close to me. You say, go away, Rex. And I say, ow.
You block 2.
Yeah, not a lot.
So we're just going 3 down the track. And that is going to be, I think, we can either do 5, so it's 5 damage either way. It's just whether we want to jump or shove you again.
Either way, it'll wound him then.
Oh, okay.
Because he's got 5 on him already.
Dope. So yeah, let's push him again.
Stop. So rude.
And that'll wound him, you say?
It will, yeah.
Okay.
Because you need to do 4 damage to wound him.
So we will flip.
Like you said, that'll happen either way you.
The priority point and this back point will get a momentum for wounding a character. And then we'll go forward 3 momentum towards our side.
Ouch.
And similar to MCP, where you kind of have that swing background, this game has that very much as well. You being able to choose where your priority stuff is and automatically getting that first activation there.
I like that.
Is pretty good.
All right. Oof, both my captain and commander are
Not to brag, but I do bounty hunt for Jabba Hutt to finance my vet.
wounded.
Well, I chill in deep space. There's a mask over my face.
I'm assuming people in chat understand what.
I'm a question wrapped
You're
inside an
referencing.
enigma. Get inside the slave one.
All right. So my next activation here is either Ahsoka or the 212th. It's Ahsoka.
Oh no, Bo-Katan, no.
Okay.
Oh no, probably not.
Yeah, because she's stranded smack in the middle of 2 objectives. Mm-hmm. She's fast, but I don't think she's get to the far objective fast.
Oh, the far one. Well, hold on. Did you roll to see which one? Did it stay?
Oh, I have to roll again.
Yeah.
Every turn. And it was this one, right? Oh! That's actually really good. It goes over here. So at this point, if I spend a force to put it in reserve, I'll get the other card.
Yeah. So, and the 212th will go, and you'll pretty much.
Because technically I should have rolled that before I pulled the card, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you would know that.
So we changed the priority objective. So I got 3 force to go. Plenty.
I'm sorry, I was singing MC Chris Leland, and we got distracted.
I figured that's what you were.
Yeah.
I don't know what MC Chris is, but so we will reserve the Ahsoka card. We'll take the 212th out instead. I think I finally actually want to save some force at this point. So we will.
Well, and remember too, after Ahsoka will be your last character to go.
Yeah.
And after she goes, your force refreshes.
Right. So, but I have 2 left.
Oh yeah.
And she has 2 different abilities that use force. One of them costs 2 that I might get.
Gotcha.
She's pretty central.
Yep.
So like, what's the matter too fast for you? I might want to save it for that. So I think. So my question is, do I just advance?
You could probably hunker.
I was thinking take cover will definitely get me within 2.
And then
Absolutely no
that
problem.
might get you within 5 of like Bo, maybe?
Probably. Because then I could no, that's an action.
Oh no.
They are 5.
Yeah, you'd have to use the force to.
Yeah.
Yeah, use this.
So that'll get at least 1 within.
Yeah.
They might even get both in. We'll see. Yeah, we'll take cover. And we'll move up here. And he will move up as well. So they gain a hunker. And they are now steadfast.
Strong and true.
And then we will make a combat action and attack you.
Because he never gets things wrong. Or forgets them. Nope, never.
Absolutely. And with our DC 15 blaster rifle.
They're not wrong, they're just jokes.
So let's see if I got them both in range. Right now the guy with the purple on his base is certainly in. And the other dude, oh, that's close. If we go this way,
I think he's just
hard to tell. Only downside to different elevations, it can be a little difficult to measure.
Because like top down, at least from here, it doesn't look like
I think he's going to be just out. I'm going to err on the side of caution there and say only one is in range. We got 6 dice for this.
6 Deeces, 6 Mises, 6 Reese's.
Let's see what we can do. We can pin her. That'd be cool. She's already strained. Look at all that expertise and a crit and 2 failures, but let's focus on the good stuff.
1 failure, 1 block, 2 expertise, which will turn that into just 3 blocks total.
Ooh, so because I got 3 expertise, I get a crit and a straight damage.
Okay, bloop.
And then you block, so just the 2 crits go through.
Yep, yeah, you didn't have any hits. There was no...
So we'll give her a pinned.
I like that the special condition tokens are dual-sided.
Yeah. A damage, and then a damage, and a push.
Nice.
Which is
And she is right up
surprising.
against the thing. So as long as you can fit the shove tool off the thing that she's on,
Oh, I keep forgetting to shove.
she will drop down to the lower elevation.
Close, as long as the base is completely off of the terrain.
Oh, gotcha. So that would be a negative.
Yeah, because she's...
I got a couple millimeters. Oh, if the
Well,
base is
yeah, as
completely
long as
off.
the base ends off, so that should be no problem. And then when it's a shove, is it
How could
away
the base
or...
not be completely off?
So like if you were over
Like
here
at a
and I pushed
diagonal
you
or
and you
something?
ended like at you landed overhanging it.
I gotcha.
So when you get a shove on that, is it?
Hey, Matt, how are you?
Are there restrictions like is it away or is
Yep.
it?
Yep, shoves are away, just
Okay.
like other things that we're used to.
I figured. So it'll be like, I mean, I'm just gonna push her off the thing anyway.
Yeah.
So she's gonna go, boop.
Whoop, whoop, dee-doo.
Cool. So we did a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
Took her out of position, kinda, but she's got jump and stuff. But most importantly, we claim the priority objective.
Mm-hmm.
So we gain 2. Right, because that's it, and it's still on your side, so I gain momentum.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Sweet.
All right, so we know we can effectively choose here whether we want Maul or the clan Kryze. I think we just go and try to wound Anakin, so that way all of his nonsense costs more.
Gross.
So we will go Maul,
Yeah.
because we know we're going to get clapped back on regardless yeah, this could matter, this could matter, this could matter.
So
Shield,
it's back
the
down
bottom.
where it was. That's really good for you.
It is.
I got nobody there right now.
So we're going to go with the man, the myth, the Maul. I said on 2 separate live streams that...
Oh, the railings.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because they can make it a better chance to overlap it.
All right. So consider the following. We go Maul. And is Annie within range? He's not. So I think we go ahead and...
All right, somebody's saying the little railings would have an effect there?
Oh, that you'd stop there because you're colliding with terrain.
It's not of a higher elevation, though, because it's certainly less than 2. I'm not sure I understand that, but...
They're saying that Bo would hit the railing and stop. Because she's being pushed into the terrain. Like if you were being pushed into this. You wouldn't keep going.
Huh. It actually hits and stops at the railing. Okay. All right. We'll put her back up there.
So that's where I think where I was initially getting confused, because I was like, oh, if they're not right on the edge, they stop there, because that's what happened in the demo that I got. I didn't realize that at the time it was because there was a railing there and not just because it was the edge of the
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, they're saying that Wilshik said that in the stream earlier today. That just seems really weird.
But, well, you're colliding with terrain, right, before you're going off of it.
Yeah,
I
so you just got to be really careful with how you build this and other terrain.
Well, it's another strategical point, right? Like if you were on this one, for instance, that would not matter.
Right.
Terrain is a character.
Yeah, true.
Elevation is a character. Watto is a character.
Oh, I wish we got Watto. Can't wait to get Watto.
So yeah, I think we go to Anakin. I think we force speed. And we don't need to absolutely throttle him, so maybe we look for some repositions and some heals. What does he have left?
Sorry, who?
Anakin? 3?
He's at 8, so he's got 3 left, yeah.
Okay, so let's do the following. We are gonna take a damage, or we're gonna actually spend a force, because it's about to refresh. We might as well take 1 less damage, to advance with force speed. But we also want to be within range 3 of Anakin and still within 2 of the point, so we'll go about here. And actually maybe further over here. To get Anakin away from the center, where he can be significantly more mobile. All right, we are gonna, no place to run, we'll take 2 damage. And we'll pull him range 2 towards us. Oh. Where's the 2?
I wonder here somewhere. It is. Would you look at that?
So we'll pull him 2.
Hi.
And we'll expose him.
He's exposed already.
He was not. He lost it after he didn't get the expertise in that.
Oh, it's just the one time?
Yep.
But then he's exposed again.
Correct. But now he's exposed again.
Ooh.
And we'll make our attack.
All right. And I haven't had a chance to change sides, so I only got 5.
Oh, I am changing sides, by the way, so I am now on Sinister Cunning.
Oh.
So we still do get the extra die, so we're going to have 8 on this. It makes sense. Railings are there for, I mean...
Yeah, that's something I'd like to put on the rules form, because what I was just reading says if it's an elevation of a higher, if it's terrain of a higher elevation, which clearly that railing isn't, but, I mean, Will Schick made the game, so he knows what he's talking about. All right, I got 2 expert. I don't care about those.
Correct.
So I just got 2 blocks. Oh, man.
So I rolled 4 failures on those 8 dice.
Whoa!
We got 2 expertise, which on this side does what?
Oh, expose is so brutal because that gets rid of a block and changing a crit to a hit.
So we
with
will
2 expertise. Oof.
So we'll get a crit, and we will automatically put on a damage. So 1 damage off the pool. And it looks pretty easy here at least. So you're blocking all the hits. So I just have the 2 crits. That'll be 4 damage, a shove, and a reposition.
Okay, so that wounds him again. Another wound here. Ouch. So you get a momentum, right?
Yes.
So put that there. I'll put that on there for you quick. What else did you say? 4 wounds or 4 damage, and then
And a shove, and I get a reposition.
oh, okay. So no conditions.
I think he's fine to slip through here. I think he has enough room. And then a reposition, which will be a full advance.
Ow.
And we're just going to go, actually, the 2. So we're just going to reposition to be back here.
Nice. Nice and safe.
All right. So we'll get another momentum. And we got the priority and the back one, which will give us 3. Which will bring us to just 1 shy.
I was gonna say they give you the mission already, but not quite. All right, we're in a pickle. So that's your activation. You done?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna remember.
I guess I do have another action.
That was only. You still have another action after all that?
Yeah, because that was a force speed and then an attack.
Dang.
Because I forgot to focus.
Oh yeah.
So
Didn't need it.
we'll heal.
Oh, nice.
Go down to 4. What I was hoping for was all these cool heals on his track.
It's kind of surprising that Maul has heals. I like it.
Oh, rage sustains him.
Priority. You want to reroll that?
I think, because it's really bad for you if you want to, sure.
I mean, because it was like perfectly there, roll away from that thing. All right, so back down here. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, that's actually pretty negative.
That's super bad because it's Ahsoka up as the last card.
Oh, and all my force refreshes. And I shuffle my character thing as soon as my turn's over, sorry.
Cool. Wait.
So after your last card is... Nope, my last card is not...
I was going to say, you can't be done before me.
Correct.
All right, so Ahsoka could... Where's our movement tool? I don't think there's any way she can go that far. Because she could...
Two advances?
Force speed and then advance. And then she could take cover if she's not quite there.
But I have 2 people contesting it.
Because you got Gar and Maul.
Yep.
So I guess we just go for other points.
There's a very easy other point for you to go get.
Yeah, super easy. So I think that makes the most, because that'll put it 2. I'll get a momentum, but then you're going to, your last activation is...
Well, remember, you would need more than what I have there to get it. I only have 1 there. So if you go there and wound them, you'll get a momentum plus another momentum plus the point.
Yeah, they're not hurt at all. I mean,
They're
there's
not,
a
but
chance.
they're supports.
There's more of a chance to do stuff going that way than over here.
Correct.
Where all I can do is get there and still not get the point. So that doesn't make sense. We'll spend a force to force speed.
I wonder when they will remember about Fierce Protector. It's a good point.
Yep. Probably the next time I play with Ahsoka. All right, so I hate how close she is without actually, never mind. She's already in range.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll focus.
Dan took the first one.
And so we want the, do we want the push or do...
And actually, this is something I'm actually super excited about with what AMG is doing with the frequently asked questions thing today. It seems like what they're trying to do is compile a lot of the things so you don't have to pull a rules clarification from stream and from a blog post and from a Facebook comment. They want to kind of condense it all in one nice place as before it gets to the rules thing.
Yeah, Axel, the streak is ended.
Right?
All right, so I'm not changing forms because I want that push. Because right now we have the same number of characters there.
Correct.
So we got 7 dice because I use it to focus. And we'll see what we can do. How about a whole bunch of expertise? Got 1 failure. Got 4 expertise.
Listen, you got a crit, it's a good day. 3. Ugh.
And
like wasted.
4 expertise becomes 2 crits.
Yeah.
Because primaries are dope.
So I block 3,
the 1.
but you only have 1 strike.
So we go 3. So we get 1. And then I got a bunch of choices. I could do some healing. She's not near anybody to heal. I could jump. That's pretty sweet. So I guess we'll go for, what did I say, 3 spaces?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do, we got our orange. We're going to go to the bottom track, I think, because we don't need to heal right now. So we'll get another damage.
So 5 damage and 2 shoves and a jump?
Just 4 damage.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
4 damage, 2 shoves, and a jump. Yeah. Do I choose what order those things happen, or they happen
They
in
happen
that order?
in the tree order.
Okay, so first up is a shove.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go this way this time. So we're going to say, go on, get.
Go on, get!
And then I get the jump, so that's this one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where lack of experience is like, do I want, I think like MCP, I want to go just within range as far away.
Oh, it's range 2, though.
But do I want to go far away? Because, like, there's so much movement in this game. Does it really matter? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't matter, but, like, I think we kind of stay towing.
Yep.
But because I want to stay closer to other objectives. It's more about being close to objectives than to enemy characters, I feel like. So I don't think we actually need to really move there. Because we know we're within 2 of the objective. That's the important part.
Yeah, especially affiliation triggers, right? Like forgetting A-Force, forgetting to use Asgard, forgetting to use Inhumans, remembering to convert your wilds with the new Scientist Supreme MODOK.
Yeah, because Fierce Protector's pretty sweet. Because that's 3 times I could have activated it for free.
Yeah.
Enemy character wounds another allied unit. Yeah, because she could have been advancing a lot more. Which, you know, first game.
Yeah.
So it comes down to lack of experience. So, I don't need that because we'll just flip that point. I didn't wound them, obviously, but I do get 2 points. I didn't get the primary. So it'll stay on your side, so I gain a momentum, right?
Yes.
All right. So we know you got Mandalorians. So there's a really good chance that you'll take this mission here. Oh, that was my last card. So I do all the...
Yes.
I shuffle it back and refresh my force and everything.
And before I find out who I'm going with, I'm going to remember to roll for the priority.
Hey, good job.
It will be at the bottom point, which is Doper McGopers for me.
Oh, man.
Because effectively, all I need to figure out is how to get 1 more point, which with 2 Mandalorians should be pretty easy. So, we will go. And you know what we're going to do is we're going to make a move. Make a little movers to goovers. Okay? I'm going to move to be within range 2 of this thing for both of them. A bloop. And a bloop. While trying not to be engaged with Miss Ashoka.
Hello.
Then we're going to do this super dope move called Recover. And both of them will take that action and they'll recover 2.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Secondary is heal 2. That's really sweet.
Right?
All right, so then that flips back to red.
And then I'll score 3. And I'll take the second mission. Boop, boop, boop.
That mission becomes yours. Here you are, good sir.
Thank you.
Then we immediately reveal the third one.
No.
No?
Then I refresh my force.
Oh, because you used your last card.
And then, yeah, we can go ahead and flip that bad boy back.
All right, so we're going to go this way now. And because you won that mission, I choose.
Correct.
Okay. I kind of want to... So if I go with this one here, I've got Anakin and Rex there, but you also have a ton of dudes there. If I focus it more up in the corner with Ahsoka, she's kind of by herself, but you got to do a lot of repositioning.
I think it's pretty clear which one you should take.
I don't like when you say that, because then I don't always...
So you're already on 2 of the points for one of these, right? And you're only on 1 of the points for this one.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
And effectively, you know, unless you went with Ahsoka first and took these guys out, you wouldn't even get it. So...
Oh, true, because you already have
3
2
fight.
left.
Right?
Round 3.
Let's go!
All right, so yeah, we'll go with this one here.
Because you're effectively going to claim 2 of them automatically before you... It doesn't even matter who you go with.
Well, as long as one of them goes first, because they're wounded.
Flips. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
But I think that's still
we
the
haven't
safer
gone to
bet.
round 3 often.
Right? This is the first time, isn't it? Mm-hmm. The middle.
Well, I did a game with Ben and Alyssa that's on their YouTube, and I think Taylor was editing it for us. I don't know if it's up yet. But...
Ooh, almost took bow out, and that one goes away.
Bum, bum, bum,
All right, so we got here, here, here.
Yes.
So before I do anything else, start of my turn, we're going to see, so it'll be this one down here. So...
I mean, you have a pretty okay chance of just pulling it.
Yeah,
or just spending a force and trying again.
Right, so 2 chances to get either Rex or Anakin.
3 with a Shatterpoint card.
Yeah, true.
You have a 50% chance.
Pretty good.
Slightly
It
under.
is the 501st,
501st.
so we will pay a force to hold them in reserve.
Yeah, because they're going to be scoring their point regardless.
Rex.
There you go.
Okay, that's what we needed. So at the start of his activation, he gets rid of wounded.
And it becomes an injury.
He's injured instead. We get rid of all damage in 1 condition, right?
Yep.
All right. And then he just acts as normal otherwise.
Yep. Outside of any ability that he uses outside of his tactical ability now costs a force.
Right. Okay, so we do have that tactical ability. Get a move on soldier. Start of this unit's activation. Choose an character in this unit or another allied Galactic Republic character. They may dash and gain hunker.
Wounded characters can be the target of that.
Right. Because the wounded characters can do everything except what's listed that they can't do, which is actually not that long of a list. So my big question is, I just need to play defensively at this point. The struggle's reset. You got a ton of stuff over here, but I'm going to score 2.
3.
3, which is pretty sweet.
It's a great start.
Obviously, we're going to do that ability. He's going to dash. I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to go to the other side of the terrain here.
Oh, yeah, fair.
And then hunker as part of that. He is range 5, so I may have just taken myself out of range of anything. Because that happens at the start of activation, so I don't really have a choice there.
That was kind of the point, though, right? Was to not be within range of people shooting at you?
To force you to do something before you can just shoot me. Well, shucks, I don't really have anything what do I do with my actions now? He's already I can't take cover and get more hunker, right? Can you have more than one hunker token?
You can. You just can't take the take cover action more than once.
But once you get near me, they're all gone, and Maul's gonna run up in my face as soon as he can. What other actions are there? I'd love to recover, but there's nothing to recover because I can't recover someone that's wounded.
Right.
Because he doesn't have any statuses on him anyway, Anakin. Rex already removed the one he had. So is he doing it? What is he going to do this turn?
He's scoring you 2 victory points.
Right. It's funny that I don't think there's any actions for him to do right now.
If you didn't, you could not take the tactical ability, get a 1 shot off, and then move back to cover.
But I like hunker on him too.
But double hunker pretty much means I can't really do anything about you.
Yeah, so I guess we'll take cover. He doesn't really need to move, and we'll double hunker.
And now you'd have, I think, cover. I don't exactly know how cover works, but
he definitely has cover with the hunker, but then he's got cover from the terrain.
So you'd have +3 defense dice there.
Okay. I think that's all we're going to do because he's scoring the primary. That's the most important.
Yeah.
So we got the middle one. I'll mark since there's 2 there. So we get 3. So not like a flashy activation, but an important one for the mission.
Especially at the start for the tiebreaker, right?
Yeah.
That starting with 3 victory points is pretty stellar.
Good old Rex coming in clutch.
So let's see what we grab here.
Eyes on the prize, you know.
It'll be this middle one is my priority, which is actually super nice. The one up here?
Yeah, okay. I was trying to figure out which map I chose again.
We got the old bow. Don't you know? It's a bow.
Yeah, with bow where she is, that's a really good one for you.
Okay, so consider the following.
Considered.
After this unit makes a move action, it may use this ability if a character in this unit is within range 2 of another allied Mandalorian, which is a stretch. Within range 2 of another Mandalorian, you say? Well. I suppose we'd have to jetpack, jump down there, get the focus action to heal a little bit. We'll take damage from it, and we'll get a pin. Okay, so we're going to focus as our first action. After this unit makes a focus action, one character in this unit may dash and heal 2. So we're going to heal the pin and the strain off of her.
Oh, bud. It took a lot to put those on
It did.
there.
Listen, you're not wrong. We will then... jump to here. It wouldn't be getting us
slide down the ladder.
It wouldn't be getting us the priority. They're already pretty wounded, those guys, right?
They got 3 damage out of 7 on them. They're not long.
Okay, I think we got to go for it, and we just go for them. We don't get the priority this round, but that would get us a momentum, 2 momentum, and a victory point. All right, let's go for it. So we're all focused up and ready.
Cool.
Betty Spaghetti.
That's
We're
not
actually
what
better in melee.
Interesting, because that's not what I thought you were going to do.
Thought I was gonna,
I thought
yeah.
you were just going to book it to that point. Interesting.
The conditions you put on me kind of prevented it. So normally what I would do is jetpack. That would be prevented by the pin. And then I'd have to move to get close enough to them. She still wouldn't be close enough. I would need both the move and the jetpack.
All right.
So
Conditions are dope.
they really are. So this is going to be 8 dice. Whoa.
8.
Yeah, her range is weaker. She gets up pistols, just point blank in your nipple.
Wait. Oh, yeah,
And a
yeah,
focus.
yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, because she gets right up there. And easier to hit with pistols when you're real close. Because this is melee, I only have 4 defense.
Oh, did I choose another Mandalorian to jump at the start of her turn?
I don't think you did. Because her or another, or...
Choose another allied Mandalorian.
yeah, I'd still let you do that, of course.
I mean, yeah, because that'd be pretty huge to jump this guy.
Yeah, massive.
Yep. Okay.
That's what I get for being a nice guy.
Right? I don't think you.
Story of my life.
Okay. Yeah, 8 dice. Well.
At least I'm counting expertise.
Yeah. So I have 3 failures, 2 expertise, a crit, and 2 hits. Expertise for me in melee turns to a crit and a hit. Nice.
Ooh, that's really good. So I think I'm going to cancel all your hits because I got 3 expertise that becomes 2 blocks. And you have 1, 2, 3 strikes, so you just get your 2 crits through.
Okay, those.
Not terrible.
And they have what?
They have 4 left.
Ah,
So-
nuts. I'm going to be just shy.
Ooh.
Unless they're already pinned.
They are pinned.
Nice. We can just do it then. Dope. So that'll be 2, 3, and then a pin, which will do an extra damage.
Okay. So that's just enough. Some might say exactly enough. So they stay pinned, right?
Yes.
And then
Until they make a move
take
action.
that extra damage instead. Cool.
And
So-
this one will go in the square hole.
So we'll get
Thanks, Anonymous.
we'll get the wound, and then unfortunately we'll get 3.
Oh!
Oh yeah.
Fierce Protector!
Yeah.
Thanks. I forget who it was that said that in chat. Thank you for the reminder. Because Ahsoka's awesome. Alright, so this is a lot of text. When an enemy character wounds another allied unit after the effect is resolved, one character in this unit, being Ahsoka, may advance toward the enemy character that caused the effect. Then the character that moved may heal 3 times, or if that character is engaged with the enemy character, may make a 5-die melee attack targeting the enemy character. I don't think I can get engaged with you, because I can't get up there with an advance. I guess unless I end by the ladder, right?
Right.
Which I should be able to do.
There might not. Oh no, there probably is. Depends on if you can place your base up there anywhere.
That's true. Within 1, I don't. Well, I don't think so, because unless I could place it up on top, like here.
That is my understanding of how it works.
Because that's not another elevation, it's less than 2. And then I can make a 5-die attack at Bo-Katan. Because I don't need to heal, she's still unhurt.
Alrighty.
Okay, I mean it's only one fewer die than her normal attack on this side, so that's kind of cool.
And she is injured, or pretty hurt so far. And you're gonna get some expertise for them crats. We're gonna block 4.
So I got 2 expertise, that becomes just 2. So I think you block everything but the crit.
Yep.
Dope. So you get pushed and a damage.
Okay.
So here's a slam damage and a push, which so there's not really anywhere to push you. Oh wait, because there's no railing there. So this time I can actually push you off, and you're down there.
Correct. Because she doesn't run into the rail, right, before she would fall off.
This time there's no railing there if I go this way.
But I mean, like, So like you're going off, right?
Yeah, so I'll just push you a little bit that way, right?
Oh, yeah,
To
probably.
avoid it. So you just go boop, over here and then down.
Yes, sir. I'm actually okay with this, and I'll tell you why. So that's one less victory point, which means I'll get another momentum for not, because I don't score this point then.
Wait, you're going the... We were at 0, right?
Well, we were at 0 before you did that. So
Oh, so you
yeah.
scored one. Okay, that's why you put it that way.
Yep.
All right, cool.
So I'm actually insanely okay with that.
I remember the Fierce Protector. What's
I
Status Sketch
remember.
doing? Are you giving out more gift subs? Thanks.
Ah, thanks, Static.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I guess I could jetpack and get back up there, but
One absolute.
I like the momentum more than the
Momentum's really big.
than having him
You
have.
had 4 momentum?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Well, I wounded a person, and then I didn't get it back to my side the first time, and then I just didn't get it back to my side again.
That makes sense. That adds up. The math checks out.
Unless I jetpack somewhere else. I guess I could jetpack and start going to the other side, and then I would end within range 2 of a Mandalorian, and then I could focus again, which would let me heal more.
What? What?
No, we're good.
I'm so confused. Okay, so your activation's done? Mm-hmm. So we do all the scoring and all that. All right, so now that I have a card in reserve, I have to choose to use that or draw a card, right?
Yes.
Okay. Before I do any of that, though, we're going to see where the primary is with this map.
Correct.
All right, back down in that corner. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, give me that. So that's back down here. Now let's do the light side.
That's the dark symbol, though.
All right. So I'm not in any danger of not scoring this point, this activation.
Correct.
That's sweet. I already have the middle one, too. So I don't think I need to activate the 501st right now.
I wouldn't.
So let's pull a card. And it's Ahsoka!
There you go.
Okay.
This will be significantly more deadly.
Oh, there's a lot of choices here.
Bo has 5 out of 8 on her. Asajj has 4 out of 9 on her.
Asajj is 4?
Lord-
Why did she take that much damage?
I don't actually know. From the 501st.
All right, so I'm tempted to just wail on Asajj. So I'm right there. I could injure her. She got 5 left. That's not super difficult to do. I could change my stance to go with more attacky side anyway.
Right?
And then I could focus. I could still potentially move afterwards too.
Thanks, Static. The models look good.
Oh, thanks. So yeah, let's try that. I want to see how well this works.
Okay.
Can I have some attack dice, please?
Oh, yeah. I was going to roll a super sweet attack.
All right, first action will be to focus.
Yep.
Second action will be to
Attack.
Before I roll dice, though, I can spend 1 force to coordinated fire with the 501st, because I can still use their abilities, right? While they're injured?
I think so.
I just looked at it.
I believe so.
Or
Yeah,
sorry,
it
they're
just-
wounded right now. They're not injured yet.
It just costs 1.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It just costs more. So we'll spend a force for that. So that means Asajj becomes strained.
Okay.
Just piling on those conditions again.
Yeah.
Won't affect this much.
Ooh.
So I got all 8 dice here because I focused with lightsabers. A bunch of hits. A lot of hits. A crit and a focus.
Did you roll a failure?
I did not.
That's dumb. I did.
Hey, good job.
1 block. 3 expertise, though. You already did your expertise?
I got 1 expertise becomes 2 hits. So I have 9 dice or 8 dice, 9 hits.
Okay, so we convert 2 of ours to blocks, and then we turn a crit into a hit. It doesn't matter, I didn't block a whole ton anyway.
So you turn my crit into a hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 1 more hit here.
Yeah, so you're
take
you're
away
going
3.
down the whole track.
So I got 6. Dope. I need to do damage, so that's exactly what I got. So the first one is 2 damage. The second one is a damage and...
You got to do 4, just so you know. All you got to do is 4.
Okay.
Just so you don't overcomplicate it.
So I got, what's that, disarm?
Yep. You can't not do it. So
And then
just
no
add
matter
on
what's,
conditions.
another bunch of damage.
Yeah.
And then I want to... She's already strained, so there's nothing if I get another strain, right?
Correct.
So we'll give her pinned. And then the last one is a shove and more damage. Not that the damage doesn't matter at this point.
So I'm not going to take the damage.
Fair.
But I will give myself, it's what, a disarm and a pin. She was already pinned as well.
Okay.
So that would, it's just up on the thing instead of...
She's got so many. She got almost all the conditions now. I just
She's
gave
collecting
myself
the
a
full set.
momentum for wounding you. And then I can push you. I don't think she's going to go very far. One of the movement tools.
Yep. I don't have the shove.
I got the shove
Oh.
to measure away.
Oh, what do you mean?
One of the ones that can move.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, what do you mean?
It's late. Because if I'm like this, I just want to see how far could I push her that way. Which looks like that should be totally fine. Just until that railing. So she can go like there. Which isn't a huge difference at all, but
Yeah.
could matter eventually. Okay, I think that's it there because she did 2 actions. I could force speed and move again. So because I'm on this elevation, no, because this is a higher elevation now. Well, actually,
Just so you know.
compared to where I'm standing, it's not.
Correct. So you're on the elevation there. So just so you know, that would be your only healthy character, unwounded character currently contesting that middle point. While you could get there, you wouldn't take that top point.
Right. So I don't think it's worth it to move that far out of position away from other objectives. I think she's going to stay there, and I'm going to score 3.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
Pretty dope.
1, 2, 3, putting me 2 away from my momentum.
So now it's all going to come down to this roll.
Ahsoka's so good. Where is it going? Back to the middle.
See, really good you left her there.
Yeah, for real.
Because that would have been an easy take for
That's huge.
a Shatterpoint.
Oh no, whoever you want. Let's see, can you... Well, it's not like you're going to win this activation, but...
So, I mean, we could go Asajj. She'd be disarmed or strained. Ahsoka's pretty... Oh, she has deflect. She doesn't have riposte.
She has what's... it just costs force, but she takes half damage and you take half the damage in melee.
Oh, really?
What's the matter? Too fast for you?
Wow, that's obnoxious.
That one's really... Yeah, she's really good. I like her a lot. Which is great, because I'm going to use her all the time because she's my favorite.
How much health does she have total?
9.
9. So I do think we'll go Asajj, because this will give us 2 activations with Asajj.
Yep, and she was on her more offensive side, so this could hurt.
So we're going to take off the disarm.
Makes sense.
Um,
I'll grab those defense dice for me.
yes.
Thanks.
And then what do we do here? Oh, easy peasy. Let's force push her.
I was going to say, you probably don't even need to attack her.
Yeah.
Force, it's interesting. I find it interesting that Asajj is the only one so far with the force push, and it's so good.
I mean, we're going to attack her anyway, so let's focus.
Attack her, then push her?
And attack.
potential?
We
Well,
are on our...
Which side do you want to be on before you attack?
We're on our defensive side currently. Because we were looking to, like, push people off and stuff next time. Is there even 9 on my track? No.
Doesn't look like it. You can get real close. Yeah,
Is there 9 on
Ahsoka's
this track?
she has no conditions and no damage on her.
There is 9 on this, but it would take, like, literally the full track would be 6 successes. Ugh.
What's up, X-Paxes?
Hey, X-Paxis.
I mean, you could do it. You never know. I could roll a bunch of failures.
Yeah, don't, you're a Jedi mind trick, don't work on me.
I have the force, so you know, I'm almost certainly gonna, what's the matter, too fast for you?
Oh, that's just damage back. Oh, no, you take half.
I take half the damage, you take the remaining damage.
Yeah, that's obnoxious.
Hey, thanks, X-Paxis. You're the man. You just gifted 5 more subs.
Oh, did he really? X-Paxis, thank you so much, dude.
Woo!
And it's the last day of the month too, right? Or is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
But still,
Yeah.
more towards whatever month it is, May.
It's gonna be May. Well, we could heal the hell out of Bo-Katan. Yeah, we'll stay on our... We'll flip over to our Form 2. We don't intend on doing a lot of damage. We're just gonna push you the hell all over the place. Or no, we were already on that side. There we are.
So you're not flipping it.
So we're not flipping. We're going dry. We're going to focus first. So we'll have 9 on this. And we're going to shuckle these butters,
9.
man.
Oh, you're focused?
Yep.
Okay. I think you just said it. 2 failures.
Yeah, expertise, that was real good for you.
Yeah,
expertise is dope for Jedi.
It's really good.
And I rolled 0 crits.
Oh, man. My expertise changes a crit to a hit. So I just gain a block from that, but you do your
Well, hold on.
expertise
Yeah, because I
first.
do mine first, because I might get a crit from it. Which I do, because I rolled 1, 2.
You think you do.
I sure. So that'll make a crit and a hit. So we're not going far, I don't think.
All right, and then I have 1 changes your crit to a hit.
And 1 block.
And 1 gains a block. So I only got 2 blocks. So we get rid of 2 of these hits, and you're still getting 5 spaces.
Well, that is actually pretty good.
That's really good.
We're almost going the full track.
I gotta see, is it worth it to put the damage on you or not after you? Because it does cost 2 force to split the damage.
Yeah. Is it a reaction to this, or?
It is a reaction.
Would suffer damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically from a melee attack. I mean, it's almost like deflect in melee, but better because I take less damage.
So we're going 5 down. So if we go 5 down the highway, yeah, so we're certainly going to go the low route anyway. So we're going to do a damage, a strain, a damage, a disarm, a damage and expose, a ability, and then a 4th damage.
All right, so 4 damage. And then you said expose.
Expose, disarm, strain.
Wow, okay.
And we're going to get a force push.
A lot of conditions. Expose, disarm, strain, 4 damage. See, this is where, like, 4 damage, is it worth 2 force for you to take 2 damage and me take 2 less?
I don't think so.
That's a tough call.
Personally.
I don't think it is.
Well, I would love it if you did.
I mean, you got a lot more that you could easily wound her this go, pretty soon. But all those conditions really hurt. That's a lot of stuff.
So are you using it, or no?
I'm not going to use
Okay.
it. I'm going to save it.
Then
Save the force, I mean.
we're going to put you right here.
We froze. I saw it just all go black, and then, because, there ain't nothing moving here.
You guys still hear us?
And that's a good question. Not sure if you saw, but, we just got another. Yes, they can hear us. Okay.
I'm
cool.
just going to reactivate the cameras. That should fix that here quick.
What?
So
What's
I
Cliff
think...
Jumper saying, page 24 of the book says under push or pull, the first pull is what I think covers the railing issue. Oh, great, thank you.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
Oh, it's the first bullet. Yeah, if an object would contact another object or terrain part at the same or higher elevation than the pushed or pulled object, the movement ends immediately. Okay. Thank you for helping clear that up.
So on our thing, it's not showing anything move. Did I just need to... There we go.
Hey!
All right, it was just our vision was frozen. That's weird.
That's really weird. I saw the screen just went black for a second,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh!
All right, dope. So that's her. We do flip that back. We'll gain 3 victory points. It's not back on our side yet, so we'll gain a momentum.
Uh-oh. All right, so Saj is done. That was a very good activation. And it was the Shatterpoint card, so she still could go again this round.
Yeah.
All right, before I do anything, let's roll for it. Back down here. Sweet.
Dumb.
Actually, how big of a deal is that? So if that's worth 2, so I could wound something and score, I have to score 2 more. I have to score all 3 and wound something to get it, but still. Not bad. I still don't think we go with the 5-0. Do we go with the 5-0 first here to get that point? Because this one over here is difficult.
Yeah.
Really, I just had, wow, Ahsoka, I didn't even see where you placed her. Wow.
So just so you know, the Commandos have an ability called No Mercy, where if you leave engagement with them, you'll take damage.
Okay, ow.
And because they're currently wounded and haven't gone yet, there'd be no point in you attacking them to leave.
Right. Well, I mean, the only chance I have of Ahsoka going is if I get the Shatterpoint card.
Right.
Which would be amazing.
Oh, right.
Because she could get up there probably. So I'm thinking, do I go with the 5-0 first here to score this point? And then maybe like shoot Gar or Maul or something?
Well, you could potentially score that point with other people as well.
True. A couple. Actually, almost anybody could get there. So let's pull one. Yep. Let's pull one.
Because it could be a Shatterpoint.
It's the 2/12th. They're kind of far away, but they could still do it.
The Fighting 2/12th.
All right, so we'll start spending a force, do their defensive maneuver, because they need to move. Where's our dash tool?
Right here.
Where you go now? Thank you.
What that dash do?
So, okay, so to climb, so say I dashed over here, and I'm here. I could, instead of advancing, I would use the short tool to move up here.
You have to have an ingress point or a jump.
Okay, jump.
So I go heavy on the ladders because of that.
Right, which I think is necessary.
Yep.
So I'd have to dash this way and then pop up over here, which isn't terrible, because then I could advance over here and get it pretty easily. So let's do that. We'll dash this way, and then he'll end up here within 1.
And I can hold this out for you to...
Thanks. And then we'll dash over here, and within 1.
It might not be possible to get both of them there. You'd have to potentially take her down.
So then we'll move, then we'll just...
Oh, no, you can get both in there for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So then we'll just move, because we just need to go like here with one of them. Shouldn't overlap though. And then this one will also move. We'll just get him right in there. I lose my hunker because I'm now engaged with the Saj. Which I'm not a huge fan of, but you know. Then I guess we could just try to club her with our guns.
Yeah.
But she's got the riposte thing, right?
She does.
Well, will you explain that to me real quick?
So if you roll a failure in your attack, you'll take 2 damage back.
Okay.
But because I'm injured or wounded, I will have to spend force for it.
Oh, okay. So let's see. These guys can give strained. You're already strained. If I give you strained again, it doesn't do anything extra, like pinned, right?
I think it does a damage. Effectively, whenever you would gain a status effect that you already have, you take a damage.
So that might be worth it, because I'll have to pay a thing for it.
Force for it, yeah, but
I don't know. Okay, so we're at 2/12. So in melee, I got 4 dice. Expertise gives me 1 strike. She's
injured
undamaged.
undamaged on this side.
So what else could we do as an action instead of attacking potentially? Could we heal? There's nobody within range to heal. Can I? No, I don't need to. I was going to ask if I could remove a condition from these guys, because you can't heal damage when they're
right, but you could if
wounded.
they had a... Yeah, but they're going to heal it anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was...
It'd be like
when
shaking
activate,
when you have nothing else to do, but yeah.
The same thing with Cody. He only has 1 condition on him. Normally I'd say, what the heck, just roll the dice, but like there's not much chance to do damage here. Is she already pinned? I could pin her again. What's she got for defense right now? 6.
50% more than what you...
Yeah. So I defensive maneuver, I moved. What's forgetting what other actions there are.
It'd be take cover, which would which would defeat the purpose of what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, recover is not helpful here, so I think they're just done.
Okay.
But they're gonna flip that point.
They sure will.
And then I'll gain 3.
All right, let's roll to see what our next active or priority point is.
Rip.
It is your point, unfortunately.
Hey.
So that's
still here.
going to be pretty huge for you, I think. Because, yeah, that might be gamers. All right. Maul? Maybe it's not gamers. I think we full send it. I think we have to. Anakin's not currently counting as contesting. How do we do this? We advance. Force pull isn't going to get him there because he has terrain blocking them.
Haha.
But
Ooh, what is that? Kitteridge says, go big or go home. I like them.
all right.
You're good people.
This is for you.
I've been saying for a couple years I want a shirt that says go big or go home. And now we can have like MCP and Shatterpoint dice on there.
His melee's actually pretty good, isn't it?
Cody?
Yeah.
Or jeez, Rex. He's not the traitor. So like his defenses are both 5.
Okay.
7, but if
Yeah,
you
so
get
for
within
a
range.
trooper, because he's got pistols, he's normally a little bit better in melee.
Let's
go!
Make Maul do Maul things, Leland says.
All right, he's got 9. We know we can do 9. Let's go back to Dark Rage. We know we're going to go down this round to Anakin, so we might as well full send it.
What are you talking about?
We're going to pay damage, health, to... Is that what we want to do? No, we'll pay a regular force. To dash. Do math ahead of time, kids. It's what's for the best.
Wait, is it dash or advance?
It's advanced,
Okay.
sorry.
I knew. I just wanted to.
And then he doesn't have a jump, right? He just has that.
Yeah, like same as Ahsoka.
So what I want to do is focus, and it's not going to let me. So let's go up. We're certainly outside of range 2. We are going to advance again.
Now I'm engaged. I immediately lose my hunker.
Yes.
But I'm hiding behind these boxes, man.
And then we're going to spend 2 health to fuel with rage.
He's so mad.
And we're going to pull you, range 2,
Just to expose me?
towards us.
Oh,
Nope, and to get you off the point.
Ooh, I don't like that. Double don't like that.
And then we're going to go with an attack.
Double plus bad. So
This is now 10 dice.
but I'm also exposed, right?
Yes.
Oof. I mean, his
4,
expertise isn't crazy good there, but still good.
Okay, so this is 10 dice, so I'm gonna have to re-roll 2 of these. Maul doing Maul things.
What? 10 dice?
10 dice.
I only got 1 expertise that's wasted, but still, I blocked 2.
So these are the extra 2. And then 3 expertise, which I think is like dope for us. Oh, that's a crit, a hit, and just another damage.
Straight up damage. Yeah, if Rex doesn't go down here, I'll be shocked.
Crit, hit, and an extra damage. All right, let's see what we can do on our track. So we're going, actually not as many as I thought. 5 is still solid.
Right, so we get rid of 2 of these. So 4? Or does
Well,
this...
I already got rid of one of them.
Oh, you...
Yep.
Okay. You already did the math there.
So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to do 9, right? Oh, Rex already has 1. I just did 1 to him, so I only need to do 8.
Yeah.
2, 4.
Axelvolt says, some would say that 10 dice is excessive. I say it's approaching adequate. An adequate pipe. Thanks, Xboxes. Have a good night.
Yeah, let's just send her out. So we'll go 2, 4, 5 and a push, 6, 7 and a push, 8 and a push.
I'm not sure how much the pushes. Well, they'll matter because. So
You
what
will get
happens,
1 more attack. But
I get 1
effectively-
action, right? You
Yes.
said?
Yep. But once he gets drawn again, which won't happen. Because you've already drawn him this round. You'd have to go
I
through
did.
everybody else or use him with the Shatterpoint card. Which you could. So no extra conditions, but just a ton of damage.
Wait, I don't get an action. Just as. Oh, after a unit's activation, if the unit has injured tokens equal to or exceeding its durability. That first couple words are really important.
So one push, I mean, you're at the corner.
Nobody puts Rex in a corner.
We flip this point. We wounded someone for momentum. We get the priority. And the other point that we have, 1, 2, 3. We get another momentum for not having finished on our side.
Ugh. All right. Fierce Protector.
And
I can advance towards Maul.
yes.
And I think I'm going to do the heal, heal, heal this time. Oh, does that massively change things?
It does.
So we're definitely going to get rid of the strain. We're just going to get rid of all the conditions and keep the damage.
Don't keep the disarm. Or keep the disarm. Oh, keep the disarm, and here's why. You get that free 5 dice attack.
Oh, it's heal or to the 5 dice attack.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that does massively change things, by the way.
Because that's after the effect is resolved, so it'll be before we calculate all the stuff.
Correct.
So once he's done doing all his attacky things, then she does that. That ability's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be game, man.
Because that keeps it from...
Flipping.
Because it was blue. So now we have the same amount of unwounded characters.
Correct, though.
Because Anakin still doesn't count for objective stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you moved it back.
Yep.
All right. Wow. When you remember your abilities, helps a lot.
Right? I mean, roll any point, and you're pretty much fine.
Okay, let's see where it is. I want to roll an expertise. Roll the failure, which is not the one I wanted, but I don't. Doesn't matter much. Oh, come on, I can't pick it up. Okay, so it goes over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only one I don't have. But all right. So again, the question is 5-0 first. I don't think we want to go with them again. I want Anakin or Shatterpoint. Because I've already gotten Ahsoka.
If you wound a single character, you just win. But
Right. So who's hurt the most right now? Maul or Bo-Katan?
Bo-Katan's more hurt because even though he has 6 damage, he has 5 left.
I don't really trust the 5-0 first to bring down Bo-Katan.
She only has 3 left. It'd be 2 shots. You focus and
Could coordinating fire pinned? Is she pinned?
nope, she's nothing.
I kind of like this because I'm like, I don't know. I could go with them. They could potentially take her down.
It's definitely the 5-0 first. Focus, fire twice. You need to do 3 damage. You do
They
a bunch
both
of
attack.
ability.
I
Yep.
always forget. Yeah, so yeah, I forgot about both of them get to do it. So yeah, we'll go with the 5-0 first.
Mm-hmm.
We will first action focus.
Yep.
And then
Get rid of your pin because you're wounding them now, right? So get rid of the pin
Oh,
and
right.
the damage.
Yeah. So they heal all the damage off them. Because they were injured. No, they were wounded.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're injured.
Now you focus. That'll get you extra attack dice. Your first attack, when you attack them, you trigger the clone troopers to add pin
Yep. So she's pinned before
the first attack, and then it'll happen again on the second attack. You need to do 3 damage, and
my
one's going to
gosh,
be
really?
automatic just from the pin.
Right, because the first thing they do is pin.
Yes.
Because they work really well together. That's great. All right. So first character attack will pin with coordinated fire.
Oh wait, nope. Sorry. Yep. Sorry. You might want to take some of this back. I didn't. They're engaged with Asajj, so they'd have to leave first.
Oh shoot, because she is.
Which would be this? Well, I don't. Yeah.
Well,
maybe.
she's not injured. She's injured. She's not wounded.
Correct. Good point, Leland. Good point.
Chances of wounding her is very low.
But you'll get 2 automatic damage just from the pins because she is pinned. You could just dash and not focus.
Because if I move to get out of engagement,
It's just a dash instead of an advance.
and I still have more models there because I got the 212.
Yep.
But I don't know if I got, well, the ladder's there, so I can definitely get out of range.
Yeah.
But then I'll be engaged with Bo-Katan. To not be within 2 of her is very difficult.
From range, yeah.
All right. Actually, how about we'll dash away.
Just dash away this way, both.
Well, I'll dash, so I can dash this way, and then I can defensive maneuver again and get away from both of them, just to shoot down at her.
Yeah, the shooting
Right.
down doesn't give you any benefit, but...
Well, just so I'm not engaged with either of them.
Right, so use the dash to get, like use the command ability to get off the elevation totally. And then focus and attack.
Okay, so we'll
Right? Can you do that?
force. I just spend 2 force because normally it costs 1 for defensive maneuver. So we can just dash down, right? Because you can just jump down.
I believe so. Stop me if I'm wrong there.
So she won't gain cover because she doesn't have hunker.
Correct.
Is the new thing because normally that would give cover. So we'll hop down. So that wasn't an action. So now we'll focus. And now, so back to where we were, just they're in a different spot.
Yeah.
And we'll shoot Bo-Katan with the first one. We'll do the one that's more at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
Thanks, Leland. All right. Yeah, and again, we'll pin first with coordinated fire.
Yep.
And then roll. And roll decently.
So we're going to be blocking 4.
I got 4 strikes, and then I got 2 expertise, which will give me 1 more. So I get 1 through. And that's just pinned, another pin, so she takes another damage.
Oh, there's another pin on that?
Just the first one is.
Oh, nice. Okay. So yeah, she's at 1 now.
And then we will shoot with the other guy.
And then
and
she
we can trigger
automatically-
coordinated fire again?
Yep.
No, it says when a character in another, when a character. Okay.
And
So
that-
they pin her again.
And that
And that,
happens
does that
before-
do it?
Yep.
Anything else I can get here? I can give her more, it doesn't really matter, but I could give her more conditions. I want to roll it just because.
Yeah. We're blocking just 4, but if you have any crits,
I got 3, so I only do, so she doesn't take any, I don't get any successes in addition to. But that's enough.
well, that's good. So the coordinated fire is the thing that did it, because
That's
no damage would have gone
crazy
through
good.
there. Yeah, that's why clone troopers with clone troopers, just having both of them be able to fire within the same range,
Yeah.
is really, really good.
Really good.
Cody, I thought does something too.
I probably forgot something.
Supporting with that has 1 or more. Yeah. So when you attack with a ranged attack, you can also re-roll up to 2 of your or your failures if
they
you have hunker.
yeah. But they weren't able to. Oh, I guess they did because I did defensive maneuver.
Yeah.
Cool. So they're even better there.
Right.
But she's wounded or injured, right?
You can only use
No,
an
wounded.
ability once a turn. So it's a reactive. Because I guess that would matter pretty heavily. It just says when an allied, so it's not an ability like you're spending for an ability.
Oh, technically you are. You're spending 0.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know about it once because it says when another
No,
character.
okay, yeah. Sorry, multiple people are saying that. All right.
Still reactors are once per turn. I mean that makes sense. So they did have hunker because they did defensive maneuver. So I could re-roll 2. I had 3 failures there because those dice actually didn't change their face.
That'll just cost you a force, but yep. And then that'll
good
turn
call.
that from...
So that changes to 4 expertise because I just rolled
Yes.
2, which gives me a crit.
So that'll do it.
And that'll give the pin because that's the first result on their tree.
It gives you 2 crits, right?
No,
Oh, I'm
just
looking
one.
at, sorry, the one
Yep.
above it.
That gives them 1 pin on their tree. They
There.
got 4. So they still just barely managed to do it. Get that pin to do 1 more damage.
It was a group effort, but we got there.
Whew, but we did it by the book.
Correct.
Because of chat, thank you.
Yes.
So that does wound her, right? So
Yes.
it gives me 1 more momentum. And at the end of my turn, I score 1, 2, 3. And that'll give me the 3rd mission,
B.
which is here,
Beautiful.
which will give me 2 out of 3. So good game, sir.
Good game. So what do you think? So this
Whew.
being your first game,
I'm tired.
right?
The cards that determine the order. My Shatterpoint card was on the bottom.
Yeah, nuts.
I know some people were a little turned off by that because it seems like it's taking away choice. There's so much choice in this game.
Yes.
Between combat trees and just what you're doing with your activation. I love how many abilities they are that add movement and affect the placement of the enemy characters. 'Cause even though we went 3 missions, I didn't get to activate everybody twice.
Right.
And there was still so much going on. It didn't feel like it. Other than Anakin standing there just in a daze the whole time, he was still awesome when he activated. And I was 1 card away from him activating again anyway.
Oh, thank you, Cliff Jumper. Full teaching game in just over 2.5 hours with all 3 missions.
Yeah, that's pretty not bad. Ahsoka's awesome. I really like her.
Yeah.
Force Protector is crazy good.
Yeah.
That one's fantastic. More movement. It's so good. I love the shifting objectives.
Yeah.
I really like that. Especially rolling for it every turn. I like that where it doesn't just become a cluster in the middle. We kind of had that a little bit just because it was still there, but it was still spread out to most of the corners of the table.
Correct. Well, and that's the thing too, is there is such that back and forth, right? And if that was really close there at the end, just imagine if we had remembered Force Protector for a lot of it.
Yeah, I think there were 3 times I missed it.
Right.
When you wounded Rex, when you wounded Cody, and when you wounded Anakin, I forgot all those times. But I still remembered it like 2 other ones, I think.
It really happens to the best of us.
She was great. And first time we've seen a character, Rex was very close to being removed because once he would have had 1 more activation, but still no one removed from the table.
No one removed.
It's difficult to do, which I like.
But it's still impactful. It's still really
super
impactful
impactful.
having someone injured, costing more
Absolutely.
force, especially so like. That's why I was like, you know what? I'll just go after Anakin. He has a bunch of stuff, but when his force jump is now 2, and when his now the fun begins now costs more,
3.
it's like, okay, you can really drain a team of force by getting one of those, and the Mandalorians too, right?
Yeah.
They always expect to be jump packing, and now I need to get a lot better placing people closer to Bo, because I did not get too many. Whatchamacallums. Mandalorians are stronger together.
And that's, like we were saying before, just experience. Like, this is like your 5th or 6th game. This is my first. Those little things that you get better at as you play and use those same characters. Like, I hope to become like a master of Ahsoka because I'm going to use her all the time.
I mean, she's certainly pretty legit.
She seems really good.
And here's one thing too. I have a video about this coming out, but as far as storage and organization, because each character has 3 cards, there's something I would highly suggest doing.
Ooh, yeah.
And I picked up these.
I saw you with the Obi-Wan over there.
These Ultra Pro 4x6s. They're the same things that I use for my MCP character cards. They're a little looser. But what that means is I got the Game-Genic tarot card size cards for the activation and for the form cards, the stance cards. And because the 4x6 Ultra Pro is a little looser, they slide in incredibly easily. It does not damage it at all. And then when you go to bring that character out, they really just do kind of slide out with a very small push on the sides. These are all going to be, I believe they already are, up on the Bearded Dragon store. So if you go to beardeddragon.online, use that code PCME10 at checkout to get your Game-Genic and your Ultra Pro sleeves. They're really nice. Really like them a lot. And
BeardedDragonGames.online, right?
Yeah, BeardedDragonGames.online. They are also grabbing. It's a set of 3. It's a binder sleeve that has 3 4x6 slots in it. So once you have all of your character cards in that 4x6, you can then put the whole unit on 1 binder sheet.
Ooh, I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I really like it.
I might grab some of those.
Really into making sure my stuff is organized and easy to access, and I can bring effectively a roster in a small notebook, let alone my entire collection in an incredibly small binder.
Yeah.
Really, really, really like it. How often will you stream Shatterpoint games? So the current plan is to be alternating probably between weeks between MCP and Shatterpoint, and looking for other people to come on to do whichever one we didn't already do that week, probably on a Wednesday or potentially Monday night.
Right, we're already recording like, 4 days a week, so adding another night to 2 more is difficult, but I definitely want to play more of this game. This is really fun.
But I'm going to be giving a bunch of demos this Saturday at Bearded Dragon. So if you're in the Oneonta area and you'd like a demo of Shatterpoint, you can come this Saturday and get a demo from yours truly. And the goal is to build a smaller community here, or not a smaller community, but to build a community
Build
here.
the community here.
So we do have the people to be streaming this more without putting double and triple strain, pinned, disarmed, and exposed on all the regular MCP folks. So yeah, goal is weekly, but it'll be alternating and here or there in the meantime.
And they'll be going up on the YouTube shortly after
Yeah.
they're streamed here, so make sure to check there if you're missed the stream for whatever reason. I think there are 2 right now, with a 3rd going up anytime.
Yes.
And then this one will be up.
So there'll be 4 total probably by the end of the week. In addition to that, we're coordinating with some folks to get some people to come down. We have this nice new spaceship to film in now. To
Spaceship!
do some more traditional battle reports. So in addition to the live streams, we'll have some more regular planned scripted content as well. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Remember, professionalcasual.com, blogs for MCP, for painting, for Warhammer, for WFRP, for all things tabletop and TTRPG. It's a great place to go. Dr. D has written a number of great articles on how to paint, how to get the best out of jeans, skin, light, like so much. And I
Don't be afraid to paint black.
over the moon with the comedy in his articles.
He is a goofy goober, and he's quite funny.
It's a sense of humor that I really, really heavily appreciate. Dan has also gone through every one of the larger, what's the category of like rogues and
Class.
class?
The class of careers in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay in the 4th edition core book. I'm working on going through all the skills as well.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit since I've had an article out, but that one I just need to sit down and do it and get it there. But yeah, if you're interested in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, we've got actual plays, we've got blogs about it, we've got a ton of content for that game because we love it, and there's always going to be more in the pipe. So make sure to check out A Grim Podcast and Perilous Adventure. That's our actual play of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. That's every Thursday. Or you can just take a look and catch up on the 150 plus episodes. Actually, 160 plus now.
You will feel real sad when you do too.
When you catch up.
Yeah, the number one comment we get on reviews there is like, yeah, now I have to wait every week though. I can't binge this anymore and I hate it. But good news, if you're on the Patreon at the $5 tier and up, you get episodes a week early as well. So it's like one little secret extra week where you get 2 episodes.
Bump up a little bit.
Right.
Or if you're more interested in more traditional RPGs, we got the Lost Omens podcast. We play Pathfinder 2nd edition, which is like D&D, but better. And that's got over 120 episodes. I've been coming out weekly for like 2.5 years. So
with all other sorts of one-shots on the Patreon as well. I was going through and adding the King Dean Doppelganger tier to get access to all of the one-shots that we did when we were first learning to play Pathfinder
really
2nd edition. There's also the Slithering, which is a Patreon-only Pathfinder 2nd edition actual play that I run and pretty much don't follow any rule or book.
Dan, follow rules.
Yeah.
Change the story how you want,
Correct.
which is your prerogative as a GM.
Right. Dan also does his homebrew WFRP on the Patreon as well, Settling the Southlands.
Settling the Southlands. And again, that's over, I think we've recorded 60 episodes of that and 50 something have gone out.
Yep.
So weeks and months of content.
But follow the YouTube. All the links are down below. You can get access to the first handful of episodes of the Patreon-only content as well to see if you want to dip your toe in before making that commitment. I would highly suggest joining the Discord. You can get into that Discord by typing !Discord. That link will come right up. Where I stream Blood Bowl, the Cycle, a whole bunch of stuff pretty much daily. We're in the middle of a Blood Bowl league right now, but at mid-June, we'll be starting Season 2 as the Lizardmen come out and they make a bunch of league updates, which will be very nice. A lot of new tools coming. We're going to be streaming the Atlantic City Open the weekend of July 17th. It's going to be rad as heck. Once again, huge thank you to Frontline Gaming for sponsoring the network. They do a lot for us, and if you use our link when picking up your event tickets, your miniatures, your terrain, your mats, a portion of that helps support us travel to a lot of these conventions and stuff. But guys, thank you so much. We'll see you very soon, and I'll be back right here tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, doing Blood Bowl, the Cycle, retro gaming, something of some sort. Guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you later.